What do you think of our truckers? Very peaceful. Yes. Well, of course it's peaceful. I wouldn't be that peaceful if I was a trucker, but then I'm aggressive. So, no, but they're doing good. They have a right to peaceful protest. Sorry, but they do. How is everybody? Is everybody good? Is everybody fantastic? Okay. So, what I'm doing right now is I am using my link right here to go live to post it on Facebook because Facebook has a problem with me and won't let me live stream. Facebook won't let me live stream for the protection of the community because you know how I am with the protection of the community. They won't let me live stream because I may say something that's, well, offensive. So when do I not say things that aren't offensive? All right. So, oh my God. Hi, you guys. Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's fantastic that what the truckers are doing. And again, I would be one aggro bitch, but that's me. I am that person. Oh my God. Itchy, itchy, itchy. All right. Yes, New Orleans. Yes, I'm here. Okay. I know. Yeah, Rascal Pants. My hiking with my Rascal. I love hiking with her. She's the best thing ever. I'm just uploading this link over here. My Rascal is such a good, such a good little girl and so much fun. She's so much fun. And yeah, she had such fun. She wore my ass out. She wore my ass out, y'all. Yeah. So of course we support Blizzard. Oh my God. I've heard about that. Yes, I know my necklaces, unfortunately with chains, they all hit about the same length. So I hate that because I never take the cross off. So whatever, it's at the change. So anyway, what I wanted to say is, okay, there. Anyway, I turned that on. Okay, so what I wanted to say is I first wanted to thank Desire Gem. There's your card, whoever you are on here. I never get a name. Here's your card. Look at these magnificent pieces, which I will have to look up to see what they are. But I got a whole care package of these most exquisite gems. This looks like some kind of an agate. Look, placed in silver. Isn't that beautiful? Totally beautiful. It's like it came from the same place as my peanut obsidian. Thank you for the super chat, peanut obsidian, which I'd never heard of. And I'm obsessed with obsidian. So like look at this one is spectacular. This one I know is rose quartz, so I will open it. Okay. No, just a whole bunch. Look at this beautiful one. Can you see? I got a whole package of, I know, just beautiful, a whole entire package. And here, look, there's just, I have to hold them all up. They're just incredible. This looks like garnet. I'm pretty sure this one is garnet. This looks like garnet in here. It looks like inlaid garnet. Anyway, I got so many of, so beautiful. I mean, look, they're so beautiful. And they came in a whole care package. So now I can switch my jewelry off all the time. The company name, and I thank them, is Desire Gem. Desire Gem. Right here, desiregem.com, y'all. Isn't that great? Beautiful, isn't it? So nice, so cool. This is, I'm pretty sure is, oh my God, I forget which kind of garnet it is, but it's got garnet in it. I know this. Look, can you see? Ruby, there you go, garnet ruby, there you go. Yeah, Mercury goes direct at 9:30, I believe, California time. I might be wrong because it's Mercury retrograde, so I'm always wrong when that happens. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful care package. And again, I love this peanut obsidian because obsidian, I'm obsessed with it, all right? So let me see, place went back on vacuum like you said they would in my call with you. Oh my God, I don't even see. Wait, let's go back. Hi, Sloan. Yay, my friend back on. Oh, there you go. Yes, that's what we need. Boom, boom, yay. I'm glad when somebody backs down on their stupid shit that they do, right? Tucson has the gem show. Yes, my people here that I shop with, here, they go to Tucson and they have a whole thing. He's not the real Danny DeVito. That's hilarious. Yeah, not the real Danny DeVito. And look, I've got Keith and Jason peeking out on my shoulder, which I find hilarious. So I find it really funny. Anyway, point being, I wanted to talk about, yes, I do love the Aries when I'm not aggro at them, right? Like the fucking Aries, right? What the hell is with the Aries? Eating ice cream and chatting. Okay, yeah, what's with the Aries? Aries are always doing some BS, aren't they? These fucking Aries, right? But I love them. I gotta love them all. I gotta love them all. I'm trying to get my bracelet off of here. Yeah, I can't help it. Well, I'm a fire sign, so I can't stand anybody telling me shit. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm a little bit stubborn, not this Aries. Yeah, trust me, I've been married to 2 of them and one of them for a long, long time. So I tend to marry Aries men, but I'm not going to do that again because I'm never getting married again. So I don't care what sign you are. I don't care if you're an Aries rising, gave birth to one of them. Yeah, Aries hunt down the truth in their head and it's not real truth a lot of the time. Anyway, Leos will get in their face and slap back. Yeah, Pisces are good. Let's see, Pisces are good. Yeah. Cancer, well, I gave birth to a Cancer with an Aries rising. I'll let you know how that goes. Yeah, I can't listen to somebody I'm in you got to get along with me. And if you don't get along with me, then I can't get along with you because I can't keep my mouth shut. So that's true. I really can't. I'm Rose, a Cancer. How are we? Rose, a Cancer. There's a Taurus bull. Taurus bull, right? Triple Leo. That's what I am. And I got some aggressive shit. I just can't take it. I just can't take it. People want to shut me up. My entire family wishes I would shut the bleep up. They all wish, you know? They just wish. They wish. Everybody wishes. A Sagittarius like Keithy. Keithy was a Sag Leo rising. Yeah, the Leo gives your Gemini a mouth from hell, right? Okay, Leo Sag. There you go. Leo was Sag rising. That's the reverse. I birthed a Scorpio. Ah! My brother is a triple Scorpio. My brother was a triple Scorpio. Yeah. It doesn't work well with me. I don't like the Scorpio energy, but no offense. I don't like it for me because it's my negative. Yeah, I don't like the Taurus energy either. That access, like I prefer not to deal with it, but you know, you're going to deal with what you deal with, right? So there's that. Well, yeah, I know, right? They really want me to shut up. My mom used to say to me when I was younger, you certainly don't think you're going to make a living talking, do you? Yes, bitch. Yes, I do. So, you know, and John used to tell me, you don't got to talk to everybody. Yes, I do. So yeah, I'm going to speak everything. I'm going to speak it out there, out front, because that way you can't blackmail my ass. Understand? When people keep secrets, you leave yourself open to manipulation because you have a secret. If you have no secrets, you cannot be manipulated because there's nothing anybody can say to you that's going to shut you up because you already said your own secrets. And I really fucking believe that. Please say your wait, Virgo sun. Well, Virgo's fine. Virgo's fine. Cancer rising. That's little Kenna. Kenna's a Pisces, Cancer rising. Leo, Gemini. You won't shut up either. Yeah. So, I mean, you have to, let's see, I'm Gemini, divorced to Scorpio. That's an interesting mix. That's like interesting. I bet they tried to like strangle you, huh? Scorpio has a violent murderous streak. Scorpio rising, Scorpio moons, all of them. They got a little bit of a streak of like shenanigans going on behind the scenes, right? Some shenanigans. But you have to understand, let's see, Aries are creative and hot. You must be an Aries. Aries or something, all right. Yeah, whatever it is. It's whatever it is. You know, we women are fabulous. Oh my God. A Leo divorced to Virgo. Virgos can be very, very difficult. I find Virgos give me anxiety at times, but especially like a loaded, well, not really a Virgo, a loaded 6th house person can give me anxiety. Virgos are the best sign. Well, we all think we're the best sign. I don't think my sign's the best sign ever. And I don't think anything about anything because we switch in and out of lifetimes, right? So we switch from one thing to the next to the next. If your Aries is argumentative, you're going to end up in a fucking divorce. That's all I can tell you because them Aries just love to fucking pick a fight. It's their foreplay, but you know, at a certain point, you got to just smack them over the top of the head with a plate, right? Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so what I was going to be talking about, let's see, my dada is a Virgo. I'm sure I like Virgos. Yeah, Virgos are okay. I mean, yeah, I don't have a preference on the sign. I can't never mind. I'm not going to, the arguments drive me crazy. I'm a quiet Leo. You're like a stalking kitty. Yeah, I would never shut my mouth. I don't want to shut my mouth because if I tell my story, you can't blackmail me. If I speak it first, you can't blackmail me. Too uptight. What, Aries or Leo? Anyway, it doesn't matter to me what sign anybody is because, again, we come into this life and we're out. So I don't even care what my sign is. I really don't care. And who knows if it's actually accurate. I can't trust my family enough to know when I was really born, if I was really born then. Because they all be a bunch of liars about shit. My mom used to throw me parties on my wrong birthday. Still a Leo, but not my actual birthday. Passive aggressive as fuck. She'd say, oh, I forgot. We're going to throw it on this day, which was never my birthday. It was another day. So there was that. I know, right? Like this. So yeah, I mean, whatever you're born, let's see, claiming he, oh yeah, Bono, you know what I said about Bono. Hello, Chester Bennington. Bono, your #1 murderer, right? I mean, yeah, I know my mom was crazy that way. But who knows? Again, who knows if we're even, I might be like out of my mind. And yes, of course he orders hits. I put that in my video 4 years ago. I literally said the Irish band guy, because that's who Chester showed me, the Irish beer. That's exactly who Chester Bennington showed me. So I won't back down from that. And when they're dead, and again, another disclaimer. Yeah, my family's crazy too. They hated me talking because I always told on people. But like, if you're going to fuck me up, I'm going to tell what you do to me. If you're going to abuse me, I'm going to fucking tell on you. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. So even as a child, I did it and I got tortured for it. So, but yeah, I can't shut up. That's the truth. No, I don't have anything. Tallulah's asleep. Roseanne and what? Yeah, I know what Roseanne and Whoopi. No, Roseanne and, well, they're probably sold out. But Whoopi is a piece of shit. Although I like the movie Ghost, but she's a complete asshole. Okay, like she's just a complete fucking, oh boo, I love Bono. No, you can't love Bono. I mean, you can love whoever you want, but try not to love him. So Ted Kennedy, Ted Kennedy, I can't go there. Oh, good God. Yeah, you brought up Ted Kennedy, who I think is a lot like Biden because both of them were in car accidents while drunk, letting the person die. One of them, his wife and daughter, the other one, his secretary or fuck buddy or somebody's fuck buddy. And they all walked away from the scene, right? And left the dead people there and then used it as a point of something, right? So I wish I could go for dinner with you and fight the Nazis. I'm laughing. Anyway, so, you know, whatever. I'm a triple Leo. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a fucking triple Leo. I don't care though. I don't care what I am. And I don't think Leo's a good sign. Like we're really bombastic and we are egocentric. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Oh my God. So I'm at dinner the other night, seriously, and I'm eating dinner with you know who. And I tell you know who something, and he looks at me, he goes, the only reason you do YouTube is to get attention, like that. And then he brings me up in the same conversation as Elvis and other people. And I'm like, thank you for putting me in a conversation with Elvis. I thought that was hysterical. I'm like, Elvis be your bitch, right? Like, it was just really funny. I'm like, okay, I am so not in the same, in the same thing. No, I can act like a Sag, foot in mouth. Yeah, I am bombastic. I get in your face. I'm loud. People hate me. I'm used to it though. I grew up in a family and married into a family where there was a lot of, shut your mouth, shut your mouth. Yeah. You know who is boring. I know they're no fun, right? I think Chris Martin is gay. I don't know. He married Gwyneth. I don't understand that, right? I don't get it. Do you think Janet Jackson is Michael? I fucking hope not. No, I do not think Janet Jackson is Michael. Virgos are psychos. It could be. Okay, so first I want to stalk. I want to stalk the neighbors. I mean, I'm sorry. First, I want to talk about the music industry. And this is, little Paige. Yeah, of course John intentionally tries to hurt me. He don't like his wife talking. The whole family doesn't like me talking. They hate me talking. They don't like me talking. No, 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 no. And yeah, I am looking for attention. Thank you. I'm not looking for attention, but I do like being on camera. So I'm not going to back down. I've been on camera before I got married, et cetera, et cetera. And I was a stripper. So it's like, hey, look at me. I'm naked. Look at me. Now I'm clothed and you people are nice enough to tune in. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it that you guys tune in while I'm wearing clothes, because that was so not the way it was when I was younger. I think Trudeau is a fucking weirdo. Whatever. But here's what I wanted to talk about, and I'm serious. I've got to get this out, right? Yeah, you know what? Oh, now I get distracted. Here's the problem. I obviously am codependent, so I have the problem. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. Oh my God, Tracy, thank you for that. Tracy, thank you. I'm going to call Tracy my benefactor. Anthony will give you attention. Yes, in Toronto. I can't come there, Anthony. I can't have lunch with you. I cannot go there. I cannot go back to where Trudeau is in control of everything. Thank you so much, Tracy, for that. Thank you for that. Let's see. What I wanted to say though, let's take the music industry. I want to talk about Neil Young and this nonsense, but I want to talk about it from a different perspective. I got it very clear on a download. I'll call it a download. What is a download? A download is when we receive information out of the blue and it just pops into our head and we begin to understand a sequence of events. So I was looking at all of the information on hypnosis, okay, the company that partnered with Blackstone and to become a company of record music, not record, we don't play records anymore, but music acquisition, okay? So I was sitting there wondering, like, why is this boofy dude, which I'm talking about Neil Young, like no one cares Neil Young, okay? First of all, Neil Young, no one cares. And I'm sorry that he got in a car accident and his eyes are wigged out, but I'm positive there's surgery for that. And he looks like Sasquatch. So Sasquatch Young, that's what we're going to call him. Anyway, I'm thinking, why are they going after Joe Rogan? Well, the reason they're going after Joe Rogan is he's a Leo. That's the first thing. They're jealous. That's the second thing. And number three, yes, Neil Young looks like a drunk motherfucker that cold stone drunk with a mouth like a bitch, right? You just know it. You just know that his first wife was tortured for 40 years when he dumped her suddenly and went off with Daryl Daryl Hannah. Anyhow, not the point. The point is, I was trying to figure out, like, who gives a shit about Neil Young and who would buy his music to the tune of $150 million. And then I saw Manhandler. Thank you. Child Handler. Rachel Chandler, Child Handler. There we go around that thing again. Okay, so anyway, I was trying to figure it out and it hit me really suddenly. We have Joni Mitchell, we have Milli Vanilli, whichever one of them didn't get murdered, the other one. We have all of these stupid ass people whose obviously their music rights and the acquisition to the worldwide playing distribution, where the music is used on commercials, licensing rights. Okay, so it's a monopoly now by this company, which is just going together like this. So it's a monopoly over the music. Now, why would they need somebody like fucktard Neil Young? Why would they need all his music? Some of it was okay, but why would they need his music? Okay, why right now? Why right this second? Okay, so here's what I got, and I'm being very dead serious with this. They are buying these musicians, assets, their creativity, because what they're doing is they're bringing in a brand new bunch of musicians, and I'm going to call them ready mixed musicians, as in people that have been mind controlled, pushed, cajoled, controlled, pushed out publicly. They haven't come out yet. They could have even been born into a family where they are made to be of that ilk. However, they don't know how to sing and they aren't fully in the vibe of being able to create. Because understand, all of these people, Neil Young, Milli Vanilli, whoever, Milli Vanilli. Does anybody give a shit? And Joni Mitchell. Anyway, we'll go to Joni Mitchell and Neil Young. And then next they'll have all of Kiss's records. And then they'll have the fucking Beatles and all of that. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for that. Thank you so much. I'll talk about Keithy after I do this in a sec. Thank you so much, both of you. So what they're doing is I think they're cloning, making, molding young people to come out. Hip hop, rap, opera, classical, pop, rock, whatever. And these people don't have it in their lineage or their vibration to write a damn thing. They don't have an ounce of creativity because remember, the human vibration is very creative. We are the only things on this planet. I know people think it's only human beings here, but I can't help that. We are the only people on the planet. We are the only people on the planet, but we are the only energies that can actually create. And since they have been hiding behind our energy for years, that's why they take Neil Young over. First, Bruce Springsteen. Fuck that guy. Fucking Bruce Springsteen. Let me tell you a story about him. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let me tell you about Michael. Bruce Springsteen in a second. So you've got all these musicians. So you've got the new generation of cloned or manufactured people. Let's take a guy from Idaho that looks like this, has a really nice smile, and let's push him out there as a pop star. This fucker can't write any music because he's just as dumb as a doornail or whatever. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. So, like, he can't do anything because he's not of human fully. He has been molded into the position. So what happens then? Since they own the rights to Neil Young, let's just take Neil Young. He owned the rights to his music. They take pieces of each of his songs, they vibrationally mix it to lower the vibration, right? And then they create different words from other ones of his songs. They give it to person A, we'll call him Bob the pop musician. They give him to Bob the pop musician. They switch the music a bit. It's been stolen. This is how dumb these people are. They're giving away their creative energy and it's been fucking stolen. That's what's happening. So then they can take the music, they can remix it. The next generation coming up is not, I never liked Springsteen. I thought he was just a fucking fuck trying to be an average fuck living in his multi-million-dollar mansion. Anyway, so they take these new kids like Lila and the kids that are 10 and 11 growing up and your baby's being born and all of that. They will never, ever understand what a creative musician is who writes, creates, and composes because they will own all the music and they will be able to shift it to convey whatever the fuck it is they want. So that is what they are actually doing. And it hit me like boom. And they're going to give it to people that A, probably can't sing, definitely can't write, definitely don't have a creative entertainment bone in their body, but they are marketable. So they're going to push them out there and they don't have to make a deal to sell their quote soul, which is another word for taking their life force. Taking their life force. So they won't take that because they're already void of that. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what's going on. They're void of a life force, right? So that's what's happening. That's actually what's happening. I know whispers are songs, right? You know why she does that? So you have to go, what bitch? What are you saying? I mean, you know, it's just when you look at these people and you look at their fame, I want you to understand they're sold out. They're fucking sold out. But the reason that they're taking hypnosis partnered with Blackstone simply in order to put a compilation, a monopoly on the money and the creative words of these former musicians. Thank you so much, you guys, for them to put down a monopoly on it so that these new packaged white bread, I don't care what color they are, white bread, boring ass, non-personable, no personality. Remember I'm just saying when Jason was doing whatever award show he was doing and he saw the band K-pop, he's like, they don't even have pores and he's like, they're not real. They're robotoids, I think he said. He's like, they look like robotoids. So when you're looking at it, they're going to take performers, I'm a performer, and they're going, instead of brainwashing them, they will create them in utero where the brainwashing isn't necessary. And I don't know how that's done. Don't ask me Don't robotards. Yeah, exactly. Don't ask me all of that. But that's actually what they will end up doing. They will end up doing that, and they will feed them old, Sasquatch's music, Neil Young, Sasquatch. They will feed them that music, remixed, rearranged. And yeah, it's definitely cloning. But if there's something I'm not understanding about it, I mean, you have Clonate out of Canada and out of Jamaica. And if they can clone Dolly the sheep, then they can clone your dog, then they can clone whatever they want to clone, I suspect. Here's the other thing. Somebody asked me, doesn't the soul pick to come into a clone just like they do in vitro fertilization when you make the baby in the test tube? No, it's a little bit different with the clones. The clones aren't even being considered. Those are being considered so entities can jump into them. Metaphysically speaking, there's entity jumping going into them. So they have many, many things. That's why you have people that have nervous breakdowns like Amanda Bynes and those little child actors, because they have so many people in their head that's not them. And it isn't multiple personality, it's multiple entity possession. We don't call it, we go multiple personality, we mock them and we laugh, but it's entity possession. And people do not believe it exists because they are not aware of what goes on. Katy Perry's music, she speaks about it. She speaks about it. She talks about being possessed. And people go, like in my family, they're like, well, not Jason. Jason knows. Jason knows. He knows. He's been in the industry long enough. He knows. He's seen it. But what they're doing is, it is a soul trap. It's not even a soul trap because these, whatever, automatons don't have actual souls, okay? So they don't have it. But they need creative food for them because they can't hide behind us anymore because the veil is shifting. So when the veil shifts, which is what's going on, the veil, when the veil actually shifts, the veil shifts in such a way that they cannot hide behind us, okay? So just like you read all those narcissist videos, all of that, nonsense on narcissists, and they're demonic, they're this, they're black-eyed. Well, how about this? They hide behind their partners all the time. That's why they pick their partners, because they want to shine. That's like a star fucker who marries somebody and gloms onto them like a parasite for them to be successful, and then they're like a star fucker, right? So, Michael Rappaport, what a pile of shit that guy is. He should shut the fuck up. Pushing vaccines, unpushing vaccines, shut the fuck up. Just shut up, you ugly piece of shit. Okay, oh my God, who went wild here? Who went wild here? Anyway, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So what happens is they now pick these people that don't have an ounce of creative because the veil is so thin that they cannot. Thank you, Sarah, for that. Thank you, from cold Toronto, which I will not be going back to ever. But the veil is so thin that these host bodies are literally a doorway between entities and them. And people don't believe that. They really don't think that. If you've ever watched some of these people on stage or listened to, well, yeah, Rihanna's satanic as shit. I mean, good for her. She's pregnant, but whatever. If you actually watch some of these people and you watch them, okay, and you watch them, you can see it in their eyes. You can see it. They're fearful. They lack creativity. They don't have any strength. They want to take over. So they're like a little short, bald person trying to pretend they play basketball and take over the basketball team so that they can be, Kobe. And it's like, dude, you're never, I don't know. I'm not going to say they're not legit or not. I speak about what I know. Oh my God, Starbucks water. Let me just say, I shouldn't be going to Starbucks. As John pointed out, I'm a hypocrite because the only thing I do is drink coffee from Starbucks. So I'm a fucking hypocrite. We know this now, okay? My only vice. But since I have to pay $5 for a coffee, I make them give me a water in venti with extra ice so that I can hydrate while I'm drinking my coffee, okay? That's just the reality of it. I don't do another damn thing on this planet that would be considered fun. So that's what I do. That's what I do, okay? But my Starbucks is like, I'm sorry. we don't have the venti cups. I'm like, so you're the only Starbucks in the neighborhood that doesn't, but then the little girls that I know at my Starbucks and the young men that I've known for a while, they always give me a venti cup. But apparently in that Starbucks, there's a problem with giving out the venti cups. I guess they're not getting their deliveries, but other Starbucks are. So yeah, I know. I'm a hypocrite. John likes to say it, well, that would be the test of who you are if you gave up your coffee. Well, no, bitch, because I would have to kill your ass if I gave up my coffee. That's what would happen. I would have to kill your ass. I order, okay, you want to hear my order? This is a shout out to Arlene's husband, Bill, who, when he has gone to get me coffee, okay, Arlene and Bill. Anyway, when Bill has gone to get me coffee, he will phone back and say, I feel like I'm ordering a porn movie, okay? That's what he says. Here's what I order if you want to know my order. I order a grande, this is terrible, non-fat cappuccino with an ad shot, extra hot and slightly wet, with a venti ice water with extra ice. That's what I order. So Arlene's husband is like, you're not going to make me fucking order that again, are you? And I'm like, yes, I am going to make you order that. So I wanted a little bit, wetter than normal, okay? So just slightly wetter, but I do not want a latte, okay? I do not want a latte, and I want it extra, extra hot because I like to burn my tongue on it so that while I'm driving to go running, it's so hot that it's like yummy good morning coffee. I want it hot and wet. But that's true. That's true. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Then I want a venti ice water with extra ice. And I always say because I'm extra. But I like the extra ice because my ice machine is broken and I have to dig at that bag. So like this lasts all day and it's still cold. Well, that was the one from 4:00 this afternoon. Thanks, Mindy. Thank you for that. So wait, we got, a venti non-fat, 3.5 pumps of something. Wait, what's that? I got to look. 3.5 pumps white chocolate mocha extra hot stirred with whipped cream. You dirty bitch, Mary Alice. That's what that sounds like. Can you imagine? The aliens are watching us and they're like, fuck, what's that girl ordering? This one wants 3 extra pumps. This one wants it extra hot. This one wants it shaken up in front of the... Anyway, Arlene's husband... It was like, what the fuck am I ordering? And I'm like, yeah, that's what you're ordering. Thank you for that. Oh, you sent me the package. Wait. Oh my God. Thank you. I love them. I just showed you all of them. This one is, I don't know what this one is. What is this one? It's absolutely beautiful, this. I don't know what this is, but I'm so drawn to it. And I want to put brown leather roping with it around here so I can wear it as a choker with brown leather roping. Isn't this beautiful? Look. Do you see this? It's so pretty. It looks like an agate, but I don't know. It's so pretty. Anyway, this is not shungite. Is this shungite? How can this be shungite? No, that can't be. That can't be shungite because it's not dark enough unless it's a light shungite, and I don't know about that. But whatever this is, I fucking love this. See, somebody prefers black coffee. I'll have that drink extra black. Sorry, I'm going to stop. It looks like agate, right? Oh, it's so pretty. And it needs like a brown leather roping so that it fits around here, like roping. No, it's not smoky quartz. No, this one's smoky quartz in my ear and it's more of a darker kind of thing, but this is so pretty. And the other one, look at this. This peanut obsidian, check that one out. There you go. Who knew you could mix obsidian with peanuts? Nobody knew that went wild coffee. I know. Anyway, getting back. Thank you so much for this. I fucking love them. Love them. And I will share with my Paigey and my Kenna, of course, and Deanna. Beautiful, but I'm not going to like share too much. Just just teeny little bit. Anyway, there is no light shungite. Yeah, I didn't think so. So I don't think it's shungite, but these are so beautiful. I mean, and here's this lapis. This is lapis. Let me show you the lapis. Dutch Brothers. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to look cute. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to look cute tonight. Look at this lapis is beautiful. This is what I need to calm myself. This is for calming. And you could put it right here on your throat chakra to heal it, to heal your throat chakra. You could definitely do that. I love lapis and I love Starbucks and I love lapis on my way to Starbucks. Okay, I'll stop. And yeah, there's so many, and this one is gorgeous. You're right. This is garnet. This is garnet with ruby right here. I have a square stone, but look at that. Like, it's so pretty. So pretty. Really, really. I just picked it up, so I haven't really played with everything. I have to get my hands on everything before. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so anyway, I love the stones. I get distracted. I'm like, my head goes, and I get distracted. All right, so the music industry is doing that, buying up all of the music rights to certain artists in order to chop shop their music, chop shop it, retune it, remix it, and put it out to people who do not have any talent whatsoever, but have a good, like an influencer face, okay? Like an influencer face. So the entire entertainment industry is going to be something that we see as one giant long, I don't know what the best frequency is. Yes, but also money. Yeah, well, it's blue for the throat chakra. God knows I need that before I start cussing people out. But what I would say to you is the music industry is doing that so that it becomes one long commercial, one long sales, one long plot to make you do what they want you to do, which I just can't fucking do that. I cannot do that. Do you hear me? I cannot. I can't. Clinical depression, change your life up. Do something different, honestly. I seriously, with clinical depression, that's a vibration you're caught in. Check who the people are around you and really try to shake your day up, okay? Bruce Springsteen. Let me tell you a Bruce Springsteen story. So I have a client, I'm going to just say her name begins with an S, okay? And from a long time, 20-something years ago. She's older than me. She's closer to Bruce's age, and she was one of his mistresses. One of his fuck people, whatever you want to call it. She dated him, okay? Anyway, she told me back then about the black magic he did to get where he was. She told me back then, Tina Turner sold all her rights. So they're going to take all of those people's creative music. Why do you need that much money to sell your rights? Why do you need that? Why do you need that, really? So why do you need that? It should be listed below in the P.O. box. You will see it. So why do you need to sell? Why does Tina Turner need to sell anything in her life, honestly? Like, is there a need to make 150 million when you're 80 years old? There isn't. So what is that about? Either they owe something to somebody or they've been bossed into doing it or something along those lines. But there's no way that she should be selling it. But Bruce Springsteen, I know, did black magic. I know she could be lying. But the point is, she's 89. Yeah, see, she doesn't need, it's not a judgment, but like, Tina Turner's pretty fucking creative. So where is all of hers? Of Ike Turner. What a piece of crap Ike Turner was. That's the cocaine and all of that. But ask yourself what they're going to do with that music. They're buying up music right now. Why? Why are they buying up music? Why? Ask yourself, okay? Why they're doing that. I don't know if angels are really demons. I think there's hierarchy like there is on earth. We are under many different levels of being human beings, right? But some are good, some are bad. So I'm sure it's the same with entities. And technically anything that isn't in a human form is an entity. Are they all demonic? I don't believe them to be all demonic, okay? I don't believe them to be all demonic. They say that aliens are demons. Well, yeah, they can say that. I've seen aliens, and aliens could be demons the way that they looked. I've seen them as a child. I saw them. Okay. So I have seen them, and they used to come around my room, 12 of them. They looked like nomadic Bedouins. I was a kid. They stood around my room, and I had my dad look under the bed for them. I called them earwig men because they looked like bugs, 6 feet tall or more. I was a little kid, but really, really tall. And I literally would run from my bathroom to the bed. The bed would slam against the wall because I didn't want them to pull me under the bed. And I would wake up and they were around me. Now, what I was told is they were elevating my energy. No, they told me there were aliens telepathically. Okay. And I was just a little girl. And I feel that they were aliens. They are from somewhere else. Okay, they are, yeah, they kind of look, they look like earwigs or mantis, but not necessarily. Maybe they were, but their heads were shrouded in cloth, and they stood around me and they worked on me. And I don't know what they did, but yeah, no, it happened my entire childhood. And then my parents took me to the shrink. And then my dad would scream at me because he thought I was making up shit because he couldn't find the earwig bugs. Because I described them when I was 4 as earwig men, like bugs, earwigs, standing up straight. So he was looking for bugs, and there were no bugs, okay? There were no bugs. So that poor man had to listen to me, and I was like, they're fucking earwig men. But I was little, I was a little kid. And to me, they look like nomadic Bedouin energies. My Springsteen story was that my client, like 25 years ago, were the ones, I mean, she told me that Bruce Springsteen was doing black magic to get what he got. I saw them once in Burbank, which is going to make John mock me at this point, but I saw them on the backside of a hill I was running, and they appeared out of nowhere, like they walked through a doorway. And I recognized them, but they were way far back behind me. And that was, as a kid, I didn't like the idea of, I didn't know where they were hiding. I wasn't afraid, but I didn't want them to, there you go. Those are the aliens. I didn't want them to pull me under the bed, but I didn't understand that they weren't under the bed. They were coming through a doorway. So there was some sort, yeah, demons, to me, I've seen demonic faces, and they shapeshift into pig faces, animal faces, they kind of snarl at you. They come out of a person's energy like this. So they kind of come out like this. So I'm not sure that they're the same thing. And I've seen angels too. And then my description of angels would be entirely different because they are massive in size. Massive. Okay. They're not on this dimension. They do not walk the earth like we do. They're massive, like 8 feet tall, and fill up an entire room. I'm talking about angels. I've seen a female angel, and the way that I saw it was a huge life change coming in. But the angel came in, and it was only the face. I just knew she was an angel, and they're huge, okay? Huge. And then when I was sleeping, I could hear the, like this, of the wings moving. It sounds really weird. So I was taken out of my body, and I could hear this. And that happened in the early 2000s. And I don't know what was going on there, because I would wake up and I'd be like, did you see that? Did you hear that? And then when I was awake one time, they literally crossed through a dimension, face right here, but the face was the whole room, if that makes sense. I was not scared by that, but they're huge. So yeah, they're huge. That's all I can say. And you can call me crazy all you want. I mean, people say all kinds of shits, but I actually believe, yeah, they do. No, I could hear this. They do have wings. Angels do have wings. I mean, the ones I saw had wings. So, or something growing off their back. Huge. Like that. But demons, yeah, if they're bad demons, but I pray, as I said, but I can see them in people. Understand that. If you drink too much, if you do drugs too much, if you do that stuff, you're going to open yourself up for that, right? So, yeah. I do see spirit guides when I'm focusing. I've seen the demons. I've seen the spirit guides. Yeah, like dragons, but their faces weren't. They were female faces. They were female faces, okay? Like girls' faces, women's faces. Yeah, they are huge, 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 huge. That's what I saw. And then somehow I got out of my body, and in sleep, I could hear this. And I knew it was them moving, and I was like, what are they doing? So yeah, they're huge. Okay, wait, some psychic said that, yeah, well, our recession in October of this coming year. I agree, like the Great Depression. Astrologically, the same aspects come up around the 28th or 29th of October of this year, 2022. So there's that. No, they're humongous, honestly. Demons are huge, but demons hide in the energy of people, like fuck boys that you fuck, like these little fuck boys that go around, or fuck men, or men in bars, and all of these things. They hide in that energy. If you actually saw what you were having sex with, because understand, you, the human being, you come from God, right? You come from God's source, right? And exactly, I'm laughing at the ordering of the Starbucks. But when you have sex with somebody that's dirty, and I'm not talking syphilis, HIV, none of that. I'm talking about sex with dirty energy, because things are attached. Those attachments, demonic, hide behind our energy. So when that man comes to you and lays on top of you, the demon is hiding behind him. And that's actually who you're having sex with. People don't want to believe it. They want to say all kinds of stuff. They want to say everything but that, but that's the actual truth. And no, it's true. So you have to be very careful, because you don't even know who the guy that's fucking all these girls, who those people have been fucking. So they go from one, yes, like Rosemary's Baby, the little hoofs and the red eyes. I haven't ever seen that, but if I did see that, that would be like a definite, you need to leave right now. So you need to get out. You need to go out. Yes, you can become possessed that way. Absolutely. That's what they want you to do. You can become impregnated with a bad child too that way. You can have all kinds of things happen, and people don't like to think that, because they like to think that they're in control of their life. Once you realize you're not in control of anything here, nothing. You can be the best parent you want. Your kids are still going to probably go out and drink and do drugs. You can give them good examples. The other parent will fuck it up for you. You can do all kinds of things. Your children are still going to have issues. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for that. So there's always going to be, postnatal depression. Absolutely. There's always going to be, and exercise cures that, and getting your hormones back in order. But there's always going to be something that happens, okay? I wish somebody would overthrow Trudeau. I don't see it happening, though, quite honestly, because somebody voted the fool in, and they keep saying it's the East Coast, my side. I'm like, dude, this is not the fucking East Coast, okay? Yeah, no, Bruce Springsteen's sold out. They're sold out. Why do you think he does that good old boy American garbage music? Oh, I'm sorry for Bruce Springsteen fans, but why? Thank you both. Thank you so much for that. Why do you think he does that music? He's trying to assimilate himself, okay? He's trying to assimilate himself into the average man while living in his mansion. Understand, people with money, you need to be a little bit suspect about where their money's coming from, because if you rely on a shit ton of money, thanks to everybody for the super chats, like Bruce Springsteen, millions upon $500 million on record sales and all of those things, you have to ask yourself why they need to have that much money and what that is about. What is that about? What is that about? No, I would hold on to your property for another 2 years, actually. So, you have to ask yourself what the hell that's about. No, I never liked Bruce Springsteen, but I don't like how he's trying to manipulate, like, I'm just an average guy. No, you're not. No, you're not. Stop with that bullshit. And they always try to say they're average people. Meanwhile, in secret, they're running around with ropes and robes and capes on. Robes and capes on, doing that shit in their little circle, which is fine if you want to do that, but stop trying to bullshit us. It's all mental fuckery, okay? So it's mental fuckery. It's just all bullshit, right? So, yeah. Hey, I wanted to say something. What did you want to say? Say something. Say it. Yes, I like hematite, if that's what you just asked me. I feel right now we're beginning to see people what people are, okay? What people are in real life. And it is. It's fuckery at its finest. Jordan Peterson. Here's my thing with Jordan Peterson, which is interesting. Why the fuck did that guy take the vaccines? Why did he take the vaccines? Why did Jordan Peterson take the vaccines, right? So why did that happen? No, I'm a single woman for the rest of my life. Understand that. I will be single for the rest of my life. That's another thing, ladies. Instead of wasting your time married and having kids with some asshole, some man you love, making a family, just remember when you hit your 50s, it doesn't matter. Nobody wants you, okay? So just remember that. Don't argue with me. That's my opinion right now. They don't want you. So it's fine. But understand, men can always date younger. Women cannot. They do not want us women to date younger. Ugly fucking white men like Donald Trump, no offense, can get Melania. Which, by the way, if I see one more magazine that puts up a picture of Obama's wife, Michael, and Melania, whatever her name is, and I don't like her face. The girl never smiles. It's like she's in a fucking angry mood all the time on her face. However, resting bitch face. However, when you put those two women together, stop telling me Michelle Obama was the prettier of the two and she's a style icon. No, she's fucking not. And stop putting that shit in kids' heads, you liars. Yeah, well, she might be, but she's still really, really attractive, okay? She's still attractive, whatever she is. That's all I'm going to say. When you're looking at this one and this one together, she's still the prettier man, if that's what she is, okay? They're both men. She's still the fucking prettier man. So just stop telling me the other one is a fucking style icon. I'm not listening to it. I'm just shut the fuck up. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I'm just not doing it. She hired a good publicist. Who believes that shit? Who believes that shit, really? No, I've come to the conclusion for the rest of my life I'm going to be alone. That's the problem with being loyal and agreeing to be married. Not for the people who get divorced after like 2 years or 10 years, have younger kids. I wasn't going to do that. So now I kind of fuck myself over because I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, which is fine. But I mean, honestly, because I can't imagine like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I do everything. I do everything alone. Like I'm by myself, right? So there's that. Like some people like to do stuff with people. So for women, they are become cat ladies. So I'm a fucking cat lady now, okay? So yes, Anthony, but you're Canadian. So I can't go back there. I'm sorry, Anthony, but thank you for liking me. But I was never picky. I never had a picky bone in my body. So when it came to men, I like all kinds of men. I'm not picky at all. I don't even care. Like drunk and high clearly is what I do. But will my husband ever? Oh, yeah, I'm a cat man. There you go, James. I'm a cat lady. That's what I am. So there's that. But the problem on this planet is like you have to do everything alone. And then what happens when you get really old and you can't do shit in your house? Like you're alone and your cat will probably eat you when you die, right? Yes, I was for a long time, but that's not the point. I have my boys. Then my boys grow up and then you know how it goes. So my point is in this society, the men always get remarried. They've always got all kinds of stuff going on. And even if they're ugly, old, and white, like what's running our country, they get married. But if you get a good looking older woman, she doesn't get a date because she's not an old, ugly, white male. Oh, your husband died. I'm sorry, Nancy. Did you want girls? No, I never wanted girls. I thought they'd get raped. I wanted boys. But then I realized boys get raped as much as girls. I literally actually wanted boy children because I would never bring a girl into the world because I figured they'd get raped night and day and, you know, not around the relatives. Then I realized that they go after the boys too. So the boys get raped too. And that's the truth. I never wanted a girl because I didn't want them to get raped. That was really the truth. So I had 2 boys and that's good. I mean, I could have had a girl actually. So there's that. No, I'm saying I won't have a companion. I never want to get married. That's the truth. I mean, my experience on this planet is women get raped. Little girls get raped. Men are fucking little girls. That is my experience. And people don't like to hear that, but that's what I grew up around. I grew up around older men when I was younger, making, you know, just bullshit like that on young people. So they pull their dicks out. They do all kinds of stuff in front of young kids. These are usually people in your family, usually alcoholic, and people in the church, people in the neighborhood, people down the street, the neighbors, all of that. So yeah, That's how I felt. But then when I had my boy children and I realized men really secretly like boys better, so if they can get to boys, more of them are on the down low in the closet for young boys. Okay. So I'm sorry. That's just my experience. No one wants to hear it, but I don't even trust men babysitting children. Like, I'm like, why would you let a man babysit your child? Except for the father of your children, if he's not a molester, right? And you got to be careful because you don't know who a fucking molester is. I mean, unless there's some like weirdo with like polyester pants or something, but you don't fucking know who does what in a family. Okay. So yeah, no male babysitters. It's absurd. No, you can't trust anyone with children. They fuck children. That's what they do. And people, vibrators are good, but not on children. But this is what happens. I mean, I did trust nobody. I literally trusted nobody. And so, just on 2 occasions, maybe Jason went out and yeah, isn't this beautiful? There it is. Just beautiful. Yeah, so there's that. So when I had my 18-year companion, yes, a companion, what I'm saying to you is, what I was trying to say to you is, okay, what I'm trying to say to you is, forget the marriage. Men do not, in my experience in the city I live in, have any interest in women over 50. I'm just saying that, okay? So men do not approach me. Of course, some of my friends say, like, I'll bite their head off. But, like, if you're a true man and you have some balls, you're going to come and approach me. But there's no one that approaches me. So, like, that's, whatever. So I'm no nonsense. So I don't play games. I'm not, oh my God, there's this woman on TikTok and she's like, you have to play the game with the men. I'm like, I'm not playing a fucking game with a fucking man. I'm just not going to do, I'm not going to do it. No, nobody comes near me. Nobody comes near me. That's what I'm saying. Nobody comes near me. No one asks me out. No one asks on a date. Not that I'm looking for it, but I'm just like literally saying in the 2.5 years I've been gone, nobody comes near me. I am by myself. Nobody says you're attractive, you're good looking. There's none of that. And I married a man that I had to ask, does this look good? Is my hair cute? Whatever. So, you can't even get it from the one you married, right? So, yeah. And the woman on TikTok is hilarious. She's like, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, no one comes fucking near me. And so I know. I just don't think people can handle me or whatever. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. No, they're not being careful. Like nobody comes near me. The 2 men that approached me are the 2 men that I married in my life. And one of them was in high school. I should have never done that. The second one was the one I married, and that's only because, yeah, it's terrible out here. Whatever. I don't think it's anything to do with my beauty, but thank you. You're funny. There's always people better looking. It's my mouth. It's my mouth. Yeah, they might be scared to anger me, but I'm not gonna take bullshit from anybody. I'm not gonna fucking take bullshit. If you say something bullshitty, I'm gonna call you on it. If you critique me, if you are somebody who says, oh my God, I want to talk to you, I like you, I miss you, and then you don't call back, when you do call back, I'm gonna rip you an asshole because you didn't call back. Why go to Florida? I didn't say I was going to Florida, but okay. Yeah, I know some of them are like, I've had friends and they're like, I don't like when you say that, but it's true. Like, stop doing that. What are you, stupid? So yeah, I mean, what are you, fucking stupid? This is John on the phone. I'm like, you can't talk to me that way anymore. And he's like, can we just wait another day? I said, if you would stop saying stupid fucking shit, I wouldn't have to call you every day to tell you said stupid fucking shit. Right? So I'm not letting it go. You will be told every time you say something that's just fucking egregious, unless of course you have dementia, which could be a thing. But yeah. So there's that. I don't know what to say. Yeah, men don't like women that can take care of themselves. They want you to be, independent of them or dependent on them. And I never could do that. I never could do that. Never. Okay? Never could I do that. I could never. So if I have to depend on a man, I think I'm going to have to jump in the river. No, I would never be on a dating app. Are you crazy? Now I'm going to ask you if you're stupid. No, why would I ever go on a dating app? There's no way I would never do that. First of all, I'm not for sale for some guy to decide, and I need to know your energy. So I have to look at you and in like person. So I have to know your energy. I would never fucking go on a dating app. I just absolutely, most of the men on there are married or they're gay, looking for a beard. No thanks. No, no, no. What about psychic? No, no dating ever. Never on a computer. First of all, I'm not for sale, so I'm not putting myself up online. That's ridiculous. I have to meet you in person, and then I can tell if your energy is even sane. And then there's a bunch of addicts down in Florida. Yeah, I don't need to go to Florida. So that's what I mean. You have to do that, right? So I'm not gay or married. Good for you, Eric. I'm not gay and I'm not married. That's awesome. So you have a bunch of cats too. I take it. People who want sex and dating apps. Yeah. So I would never, never. Well, first of all, on a dating app, especially with somebody who's in the public eye person on YouTube, they're gonna blackmail you with that. They're gonna just get with you to fuck with you. So no. No, no, no. And I don't trust my friends ever, like, oh, there's somebody. I'm like, no. They can come up and ask me out if they want, but they don't. So there's that. No, remember, when you put yourself out anywhere, whatever it is you do, people can blackmail you. You're going to say, why would they? Why wouldn't they? People like to fuck with people. So no, I do not believe in soulmates. I believe in soulmates, but not as the way that it's described. A soulmate is anybody that you have spent soul time with in a past life. Your kids, like Keith and I are soulmates. We're not lovers, obviously. My son, Jason, and I are soulmates. John and I are soulmates. We've all spent past lives together, but it's not in the way that they describe it. Oh, your soulmate, your one love. No, everybody that you have a strong connection with, your parents, your in-laws, everybody is a soulmate. The soul comes back to be together, a mate, a friend. Think of it in terms of Australian, a friend, soulmate, right? So that's what you need to do with that. I have cats too. Yeah, I have cats. But yeah, so soulmate, there's no perfect love on earth way that they describe it, because you wouldn't be here right now on earth if that was perfect, right? Like, why are you here? So yeah, I met my husband in the street 10 days after I moved. Oh, how nice. That's nice. See, you moved to go meet my horse is my soulmate. Yeah. But still, you could have spent lifetimes with your horse, right? Twin flames. Everybody wants to blather on about twin flames, apparently, because remember, I can be here on earth and then I can meet Keith in heaven in the different dimension. It's not really heaven, but I can meet Keith when he crosses over because part of my energy's over there, right? So twin flame means the same soul split into two and opposite. So I don't think, if you're buying into it, I don't necessarily believe in twin flames. I'm not one that goes looking for it because I don't need the other half of myself to fuck myself over with myself. I can do that with somebody else's half, right? But yeah, I don't necessarily, but the definition of a twin flame is, no, I couldn't date a woman. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? I'm not going to start that now. Jesus. No, no, no. Twin flame, when you're looking at a twin flame, it's two parts of the same soul, but the opposite. So your shadow side and your side. And I guess you're their shadow side, but you're still the same thing. So I don't know how that would work. Yeah, no, never mind. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to start dating women now. No, God, no. I think you have to like dating women to date women. Don't you? Not that you can't like dating women, but no, why the fuck do I want to date a woman for it? That's the last thing I want to do. No, 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 no. I would have done it already, actually. Let's see. I'm not gay and married either. We've got that. We've got the I'm not gay. Do I really need to date another woman? I end up punching her in the face. Can you imagine? I just don't know how two women date. I can't even. No. What? No. No, no, no. You got to have like a little bit of different energy, I guess. No, no younger men. Nope. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you something. No, I don't date God. No, 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 no. I'm just saying on earth, it's really interesting because when men This is a mistake I made, and it's probably the karma that I'm feeling actually when you look at it. But I was really stupid to date with such an age difference, because now I'm at that age difference, meaning, I dated somebody 20 years my senior. So all the women that he would have been agreeable to, if there is such a thing, they were sold out by a younger person, right? So now I'm getting it. I am now that woman. So it's kind of reverse karma. I am now her at this point in life, with any men my own age not interested. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's kind of an interesting concept. So does that actually happen? Yeah. You see what I mean? So it goes around. Yeah, I have fabulous women friends. I don't want to date them though. No offense, women friends. No, Arlene, I do not want to sleep with you and Carol. No, Estelle, no. We have fun. And not that they don't make great women. They have beautiful men in their lives, for God's sakes. I'm just thinking about that. Oh, God. Sorry, that just struck me as funny. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. I mean, no offense. No, I don't want to hurt their feelings, since they're really, really attractive women. Yeah, I'm sure you can get a younger man. I can't get anyone, so I'm accepting that. I'm saying that however you say her name, is not a damn man, but Obama's wife is. Oh my God, that's pretty fucking funny. Yeah. Can you imagine? So I go out for dinner with Carol, Arlene, and Estelle, and I'm like, hey, by the way, which one of you bitches wants to be my new girl? I'm sorry, it strikes me as hilarious. Oh my God, after all these years, they'd be like, wow, really? Oh my God, I can't talk about the millionaire matchmaker. I actually have had conversations with her. I cannot go there. She was psychic, right? You know what I'm talking about. She was psychic, And I have stories from all of my friends that read her, including myself. We all have fucking stories about the millionaire matchmaker. Anyway, she used to be psychic. So if you're so fucking psychic, find your own mate, right? Oh my God. That's nice. Yeah. Turning 50 men stop. Yeah, they don't flirt. Yeah. Oh my God, right? Oh, Barbara Jean, I'm wearing 2 of your bracelets. Look. Look, Barbara Jean, this is such a talent, because I have tried to make bracelets for years, and I'm an absolutely spaz about doing it. Okay. So here's this. Yes, she said she was psychic. I don't know what that means. So she argues in the readings. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what she talked about. Oddly enough, it was about a relationship. I'm not even going to say that, but she does argue. I have 2 astrologer friends that will not take her phone calls. They're like, fuck no. No, 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 no. And she argues with you. And if you're such a good psychic, well, then you would know this. Okay, bitch, I'm a bad psychic. That's it. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, she could have just been cranky. Oh, you quit dating. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been on a date. I think I just married the 2 men I married, and moved in with one boyfriend, like that. Just that was it for me. I don't really think I know how to date, and I don't like to play games. So, I don't want to do this lady who is not Patty the matchmaker. This lady on I'm glad your husband is gorgeous. The lady on TikTok, who is not the millionaire matchmaker, just different lady, she talks about dating, and she's like, you're interviewing men. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want to interview them. Like, I mean, I understand her principle, but she goes, you don't have to like them. You just need to date them to interview them. And I'm like, no, on a spiritual level, I literally have to vibe their energy. That's what I have to do, right? Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Strategy is very Aries. Yeah, I can't couple with an Aries. I just can't. And I can't date. And I cannot listen to people tell me I have to date as like a business. It's not a business proposition. Love is not a business. You may want to say it's that, but how long have you been married? This woman hasn't been married that long. So is Michelle Obama. I feel like she is Bethany. I really do. I really do. I'm sorry. I do. I do feel like she's a man. That's what I do feel like that. Let's see. Selena was an Aries. And there you go. Sloan, I thought I might. He said you alarm. Wait, you might say alert. Wait. I just missed that. Something is a man. Don't be calling me a man on here. Okay. Sloan, I thought you set an alarm. It was a man. Wait. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about because I can't remember anything anymore. So now I'm just saying on this earth, it's interesting. I don't have an ideal partner sign. It's an energy thing with a person. It's not a sign. It happens to have been Aries in my life, but it's not normally, it's an energy thing, okay? It's an energy thing. So it's energy you feel with somebody. No, don't be afraid of it. Why are you going to be, what, are you going to kill yourself? When people go, should we be afraid? I'm like, are you going to fucking kill yourself? No. So, okay. So I don't know what you're a woman and you like, but good for you that you like something. Honest. But Leo is the opposite. I don't think it matters. I honestly think it's an energy. I don't think it's a sign. I think there's so many more complex things about it that, yeah, don't be scared. I mean, don't be scared about that. Yeah, I don't think there's a best mate because everybody's different in what they relate to, right? My ex was an Aries and I'm a Leo, 24 years. Okay, well, yeah, Aries are drive me crazy. What Hollywood actors like boys? Pretty much put a name in there and you've got your answer. I think they're all in on it, actually. What about an Aquarius? I can't pick by sign. I can't pick by sign. I can tell you I can tell you certain signs, if they are that, I'm not, keep away from me. Like, it's not going to happen. But I will never say that to their face. I'm not going to let them say that. I just, I didn't know they were Aries. I'm just saying that it happened to be that person. Okay, it just happened to be that. So it's an energy vibration, not necessarily. So I probably like aggressive. Let's see. No, Aries never apologize. They're never wrong. You're fucking wrong. I never picked handsome. I never looked at a person's looks. That's not actually something I look at, which sounds weird, but that is not, I've never seen, all the men that I've been with have been very, very different looking. Very different looking. Very, very different. Most of them have been shorter in stature, but I married someone who was very tall, which was not a requirement either. It just happened to be that way. So no, looks are not a thing with me. I mean, if you're smelly, and I can't smell, if I can smell you, I'm gonna be like, oh, fuck no. But no, when I looks, that really doesn't impress me. It goes. We all age. It goes. So I'm more of a mind. If you're intelligent, if you're too dumb to hold a conversation after a certain point, I can't deal with you. So it's more of an intellectual thing, right? So yeah, it's more, no Gene Wilder, but I don't know. I don't know how he was in a conversation, to tell you the truth. I really don't know. You smell good. It smells good. He's like, I smell good. No, I mean, if someone doesn't have personal hygiene, I'll probably notice that. But most of the men I dated in my life were actually short. I never considered height a thing. You should, though, I guess, when you have kids with somebody. And I know he's promoting. Yeah, I'm dead inside. So, probably you should find some cute girl somewhere. But most of them were shorter. And then it was just John that I was around, and he was tall. He just happened to be tall. But it's more the person. Okay, it's more the person. So it was his mind, actually, which is interesting because he was very smart. So if you're smart, I'm engaged with your conversation, if you're smart. And some of the water signs can't keep up with the intellect. So there's that. Scorpios in particular. Don't get mad at me, Scorpios. Don't fucking come for me. But some of you don't have enough in your own brain to talk about. Talking about Scorpio men, not the women. Yeah, so let's see. I would love it if you... Joan Rivers. Yes, Joan Rivers. Thank you for that. Eric eats chicken. I have no idea what the fuck that means. I'm sure he does eat chicken. Yes, Scorpio moon loves me. That was Keithy's moon. But Scorpio rising, John was a Scorpio rising. I don't think I'll do that again. And Scorpio suns, I just, sun sign Scorpio, I don't know that that's a thing for me. Thank you for that, you guys. Yeah, I don't know if Scorpio sun is a thing for me because Yeah, Capricorns are good. Capricorns can teach you a lot. So if you're in the same profession as a Capricorn, but Sarah, you're a woman. So like I'm not going to be dating you. I'm talking about Scorpio men. Remember, there's always a difference between the male and female of the sign. Even though apparently there's gender equality and bipolarism with gender or whatever they call it. No, in the signs there's like the male version and the female version. There isn't a whole bunch of different versions. But yeah, so I thought you said light men. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like white guys, but I'm not opposed to any color, which is interesting. Nice. Scorpio moon's good. Keithy was a Scorpio moon. So I like Keithy's little Scorpio moon. He was my little Scorpio moon buddy. So that was good. He was secretive though. You know, you couldn't pry it out of him to save your life. Yeah, male Scorpio suns, I don't know about that. But again, you're only dealing with one aspect. What's the rising? Yeah, they stare too much because they're fucking stalking you, getting ready to kill you. That's why. That's what the Scorpio men are doing. They're fucking stalking you from across the room. And they're like, I'm going to get in her car and stab her to death. I mean, have sex with her while I'm stabbing her, while I'm choking the shit out of her. That's what they're going to do. Let's see. My Scorpio is very fun. Yeah, Scorpios. Yeah, they're water signs. So they retain information, right? They retain information. All people I can't really say that, but I'm sure there's people that get out of no, that's a Scorpio thing. They're all into that sadomasochistic shit, right? So, but it still depends. I had a crush only on one Scorpio, just got away from, just escaped. Yeah, I like other Leos. I find other Leo men to be friendly. So they're a lot like me. So I get along really well with Leo men, friendly, and they usually have a lot of hair or they shave their head, but something about their hair or lack of hair, whatever. So I like Leo men. There's nothing about Leo men I don't like. They're in the same, thing like that. And they like a lot of different women. So they're good friends. I mean, they're good. Yeah, Leo men are good friends. They're good. Your partner's Aquarius. Yeah, Leo men. Yeah, they're great fun. I mean, but as a Leo woman, I can see their tempo. So, and if they're intelligent, it's fun, right? Yeah, I like Leos. I like Leo women too. Look at Carol and Estelle, both Leos, and Robert Plant. I mean, why wouldn't I like Leo men, right? Yeah, they can be insecure. All people, I think, can be very insecure, don't you think? Leos are very, very. Eric's making me laugh. Leos are very, very loyal, and loyalty is a very, very bad quality because you will stay in a circumstance because you are loyal long, long after you should be out of there. No, Hugh Hefner was in Aries. I got to look that up, but I'm pretty sure that fucker was in Aries. I don't like Hugh Hefner, just so we're very clear. And he wasn't the one that had sex with the chicken. He's the one that had sex with the dog. And then I heard somebody explain it that men, and I quote out of the magazine, men like Hugh Hefner get bored during sex, so they need more to turn them on. This is me listening to the guy talking about Hugh Hefner while I'm driving with my AirPods on, almost crashing into the back of another car going, really? And he finds the family pet a turn on? Like, that's where he goes? I think it was, what's his name? The other guy. The one with the worst magazine. What's the guy? What's not Hugh? The other one. Oh my God, they got shot. What the fuck is his name? That guy. Him. Hustler magazine. Larry Flint. Larry Flint got the chicken. Hugh Hefner apparently got the dog. So I don't like Hugh Hefner at all because he was in demonic, and he is an ugly old white man. There you are, April 9th, y'all. Don't be trying to put him in Leo shit. No. Nope, he's in April 9th, and he died September 2017. Let's look his chart up. But anyway, he ain't no Leo, that's for sure. Unless, of course, he has Leo rising. Then I'm going to have to eat my words. But no. He's an Aries. He's a pimp. Aries is a pimp. Leo could be a pimp, but they're more like, it's just different. He's an Aries. So that's what he was. But let's look him up. Hugh Hefner's natal chart. Let's look it up. Hugh Hefner natal chart. And, he was a bit depraved. Let's look him up. Let's look. I bet you they're going to say he's a Leo rising, and I'm going to be all bent out of shape by that. Nope. Virgo ascendant. There you go. Virgo rising, the perfect woman. Okay. My biological was a literal pimp. Awesome. The pimping and pandering in the world. Aries sun, moon in Pisces, addiction to porn, addiction to whatever he was doing with a Virgo rising. He was a fire tiger, so this would have been a good year for him, but he's an old white guy who's now dead. All right. So it's not a good year for him. Yeah, let's see. Saturn was retrograde in Scorpio. Saturn in Scorpio. Saturn in Scorpio. Karma with sex. Saturn in Scorpio, okay? How do you bring your energy up? Oh God, if I know. But no, through meditation, being kind thinking, and not falling prey to what they put on the media, which automatically lowers you down. So raising the vibration is understanding that that is a distraction. So it's that. So he had his Saturn in the second house. Very interesting. Saturn in the second house. Filthy rich or poor. He was so afraid of being poor, he sold out. That's what he showed. Yeah, of course he's got Jupiter. He's got his Neptune retrograde in Leo. Moon in Pisces conjuncting Venus in Pisces. Moon on Venus, probably gay, truthfully. Moon conjunct Venus in Pisces, loved men. That's why he liked, okay, here, sorry, gonna say it, ex-stripper here. The men go in to the strip clubs to watch other men unknowingly who get turned on by men. Hugh Hefner, hi Bobby. Hugh Hefner. Moon in Pisces, conjunct Venus, liked watching the ethereal turning on of men. That's why he had all those fucking men in his house. And he was like, jump bitches for my men, because I like to watch my men fuck you. That's why all the cameras were in the house. His porn was with men. That's what I'm saying. But understand this, he has a lot of karma right now. I don't even think he's there. I think he's in a jar out in space somewhere. If he's in that, they probably cut his head off and put him in like a freezing machine, right? But understand that the sex industry is full of men on the down low who like to watch other men fuck women. Get it? Get what it is? And here's the thing that well, I'm not the one that said he fucked a dog. I'm just reading a book, but a book on tape. Somebody speak about the book on tape where they said he had sex with, yes, yeah, okay, there you go. You watch men, right? Okay, wait, come back and tell me if you think they're gay on the down low. So many men in the strip club are turned on by other men that it was really hard for me to marry a man thinking, because I thought they were all gay. By the time I was 20, I thought 99.9% of men were fucking gay, okay? Even if they tried to pick me up and have sex with me, I was like, they want to fuck a man. So that was really hard for me to get out of there. That was hard. I was like, yeah, you really like women, or are you thinking of men? You really like porn, or are you thinking of men? Because here's the thing. If you have sex with a guy that likes porn, okay? No, that's what I thought. I grew up in the sex industry. That's what I thought, okay? I came out of that. There you go. Bobby, you and I have talked about this. Literally, when I was little, I thought men would either fuck children or fuck other men, and they used women as beards. That is my perception of men. So when a man comes around, I'm like, you fucking gay, right? You're gay. So no, not my sons, but you know what? They could have grown. No, what about Keith? Keith was a baby man, okay? He was 24 and he died. I thought no such thing of my Keithy. I forgot bisexuality even existed. Yeah, when they say bisexuality, they're using that as a coverall for their excuse about getting sex with men, is what they're saying. And I'm sure there are people who bisexual, but by the time they hit 50, they've picked one sex or another. And it's not the women, okay? Unless women had a lot of money and they could give the money to their gay lovers. Just saying, all right? So just saying. I don't know why God created us. Obviously, we're the portal for birth, okay? We're the portal for birth. We are portals, okay? And this is what's wrong with straight women. Nothing's wrong with straight women. I just haven't met men that like straight women. No, there's nothing wrong with being gay unless you're married to a woman. Then you should be fucking ashamed of yourself because it's a business deal and you're polluting the world. Go be with a man. And there is something wrong when you're in a strip club, hiding, pretending that you like women, dating women, and leaving your mind with the men. That's no, that's weird by omission. So yeah, there you go. That's what I think. Saggy and resting. Yeah, I mean, introvert or extrovert, I'm both. I spend a lot of time alone. That's what I spend, a lot of time alone. But I'm looking at Hugh Hefner's chart here. In his 10th house, he has Pluto. So Pluto rules sex, right? So Pluto rules Scorpio. It's in Cancer. So he made his sex life a family. That's true, career-wise. He's got Mercury and Sun and Aries in the 7th. So that's all the women that he dated and that Libra energy trying to balance. And we've got Mars in Aquarius. There's where you got your kinky shit. Well, you're not Hugh Hefner, so you're okay. Yeah, keep these peeking out there. So, yeah, I'm sure you love women. I'm sure you love them. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying my perception. Most women in strip clubs are gay by the time they get out of the strip clubs, if not when they go in there. They remember, if you're in a strip club, I know they're sick, but if you're in a strip club as a young girl, right, in the sex industry, you've been molested in your house or in your environment. That's why you're in the sex industry. So you already hate men and probably hate your mother because your mother didn't do anything to stop it. Truthfully, okay? Truthfully. You're not in there because you're going to be a fucking doctor or a lawyer or whatever. You may be those things anyway, but you've actually come from an abused childhood. That's what the problem is. So you kind of have to understand that. When you understand that, the women going into the sex industry are already not liking the fucking people in the sex industry, okay? Oh, God. Well, Bobby's a Cancer woman. I like Cancer women. I love Cancer women. They're usually my friends because my Venus and Mars and Jupiter are in Cancer, so I get along very well with Cancer women. I have a really skewed brain of men. Sorry. And in the movie industry, they're all fucking gay. I'm going to tell you a story. It's not my story to tell, but since John told me his girlfriend died, I can tell a story now. Not his girlfriend when he was with me, before he met me and while he was married to his first wife. So he had a girlfriend. This girlfriend shall remain nameless. But anyway, I'm going to tell this story because this is a story he told me. And remember, this girlfriend was like 20 years older, closer to his age, and slightly older than him by a couple of years. This is how he justifies the age difference. I'm like, oh, okay. She was 2 years older than you. Okay. Like that. Cancers are very smart. Yeah. And they know a lot about everything. So they acquire knowledge. Anyway, this story about John's ex-girlfriend, I'll just give her the initial G. Anyway, she came from a very wealthy family. I believe she was adopted. And I believe she had a male sibling. This is just what I was 33 years ago told the story. Anyway, while he was dating, it's nice to have power as a stripper. I never thought I had power. People, I was traumatized by it. The shit that men said. Oh, you're ugly. Look at your fat ass. They say all kinds of shit. I never really thought I had power. So I had to get out of that business because I couldn't handle the conversations when you wouldn't fuck them and the verbal abuse that came with that. It's really disgusting. Like they will just, yeah, they're terrible. Anyway, okay, so this young woman at the time grew up in a home. She was adopted. This is a Burbankian story. Her family owned, let's just say, stores in the valley, and they were very wealthy. So she was adopted and she had a sibling. So when she was a child, her and the sibling would stay in the same room while her father, who worked for the studios, trained, oh my God, the Lone Ranger's horse. So you know the horse, the Lone Ranger, right? So her father was the trainer of that horse. So she told John way back then, this is really his story, and I'm going to get yelled at for telling it, but she told John back then that when she had the parties, when her mother had the parties with people like Tyrone Power and all of these other people, they would come in and fucking molest her in front of her sibling. Do you hear what I'm saying? And they were both fucked up from that. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear that? That's a story coming out of John's mouth from a woman that he dated while he was married. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that. Anyway, after he was married and before me, the woman he was dating before me, that is her story. She just recently died. And so that particular story, yes, she was under the age of 9. And her sibling, who was male, that's all I'm going to say, was traumatized from it and drug addicted from it because he had to stay quiet while they raped her fucking ass with the way of all of these famous people. One of them being, and I don't know if he was a raper, but he was in the house, and that was Tyrone Power. This is what she told him. And so he fucking knows these things are true. Okay. That was happening back then. And so she would be 78. She died this year, and she would be 78 right now. So that's from when she was in her 30s. She's telling that story. Okay. Oh, no, I don't know if he's the one that did it, but I do know that he was gay. Yeah, there you go. I just know that he was at the parties. There was yes, all of the people that were at the parties, honestly. So this is what he's hearing when he's dating this woman before were the horses okay? Yeah, I think the horses were left out of this. But this year she died. I go to him, how you know she died? He goes, oh, I don't know. I heard it somewhere. Really? Did you? Did you hear it somewhere? Did you fucking hear it somewhere? You fucking fuck? Okay, anyway, she died, poor woman. Rest in peace, but she was about 78. So she'd be almost 80, and she had that story, okay? Now, here's another story from that side of the family. One of our relatives on her 81st birthday, not my relatives, the other side of the family relatives, mentioned at 81 years old to 2 other family members and myself at 81 years old. She kept it secret. Now, I could tell from her history of dating horrible alcoholics and shit, not being able to stay married and the way that she was, I could literally tell that this would have been the situation. But she said her and her sister, okay, both of them, at the age of 14, well, she was 14, I don't know how old the sister was, and there were other siblings, were being raped by the priest at the church in the little town that they were being raised in. So she was being raped by the priest. This is a 81-year-old woman telling her grandson, his girlfriend, and myself that she was raped by the priests. She kept it secret till she was 81. Do you think she made good choices dating? No, she didn't. Do you think she had good relationships? Fuck no, she didn't. Okay? She may have had nice men, but they were addicted, fucked up in the head because she was carrying that all through her life. And that's with the Catholic Church. So it's shocking to me that people on that, no, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. This was my family member on the other side telling me this. So it's shocking to me that some of her grandkids send their kids to Catholic Church and think it's fucking okay. Okay? That's shocking. They think, like, who's sending their kids to the Catholic? Oh, not all of them did it. Well, isn't it bad enough? Because that person was born in 1915. 1915. So add 14 years to that. We got 1929, and she's being raped at church by the priest. Another story in that family, different side of the family, is that a priest got one of the relatives pregnant, and a priest got, this is not even funny, on that side of the family, this is all in the Catholic Church with a very Catholic family, a priest was driving one of the 20-year-old family members at the time, and I'm talking way the fuck back, okay? Like way, way back in the 30s, driving around in a car with a 20-year-old family member of a family that he counseled, got in a car accident and injured the family member, the 20-year-old girl, injured the 20-year-old girl. She was paralyzed for the rest of her life by a fucking priest who was drinking and driving with the 20-year-old in the car. So when we send our kids to Catholic Church, why are we not holding these fucking people accountable? Why are we sending Jesuits? Exactly. Yes, your bet is correct. Why are we allowing, I know you're cool, but I'm not dating Scorpio women. Oh, it still happens. That's why I'm shocked that you would, I just had a friend who they put their kid into, one of the high schools that's Catholic, and the other one puts her kids into the other under high school, whatever, middle school that's Catholic. What the fuck are you doing? Do you not know the Catholic Church is premised on the dark arts? Do you not get it? Do you not get it? When Ozzy's singing about witches at black masses, he's talking about the fucking Catholic Church. I don't know if he was or not, but in my mind, that's what he's talking about. Catholicism is Catholicism. Look what they do. Look what they do. It's terrible. Have you? No, I haven't tried to connect to Shirley Temple. Thank you for that. No, I haven't tried to do that. No, not yet. But the Catholic Church, look what they do. They're the ones that perform exorcisms. And you're going to let and black and red. I mean, witches at black masses, which is so interesting because the Catholic Church is black to me. It just reeks of black and evil. But these people are like, oh, it's good. It's good. Put your kids in the Catholic Church to get a better education, you dumb fucks. Especially if you have boy children, you're putting them in the Catholic Church. Are you for fucking real? You're setting them up to get raped. That's what you're fucking doing. And I don't care what anyone says. I got kicked off of Facebook for my Catholic, whatever. But it's a problem. Of course it's a blood sacrifice. You're eating and drinking the body and the blood of Christ. Why are you fucking doing cannibalism on that? And then, my Catholic family that I married into will just say things like, oh, it's just wording. Think about the fucking wording. It's a binding. Oh my God. What was I listening to about the Catholic Church? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Susie, thank you for that. Well, I just know from my family members telling me, the 81-year-old relative that I'm not going to say, but for her to be 81 and to have suffered her whole life the way that she suffered, and to do that, I actually really, she used to piss me off, but I actually really felt for her. That's the last thing she told her grandson and his girlfriend before she died. Like, she literally said that at 81. What the fuck is that? Why are you carrying that? But no, this is what I heard. Who the hell told me? Okay, you know how they like you to say certain Latin phrases? Don't ask me, I don't do Latin. But they like you to say it. So when you say the Hail Marys and you say them, if you're truly, truly a Catholic, 3 times a day, 3 times in the morning, 3 times at lunch, 3 times at night, 3, 3, and 3, and the binding, they're binding you to the religion and you're giving them all of the money. It's a fucking binding ritual. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, I read a whole thing on it. I have to actually go back and find that video to do it. Yeah, I just don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. Yeah, let's see. I'm very young and was thrown. I know. The Catholics are the ones with the Irish Church and the Queen that were doing things. But understand the Latin that they get you to say and repeat, and the amount of times, 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night. Now, multiply it by hundreds of thousands of people in Mexico and Ireland and Canada and the US and England and Europe, how big the Catholic religion is, and what about free will? Well, yes, but free will comes in when you have the eyes to see what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, and you don't understand what's going on and you're not given the full information, how can you use free will? That's what the hell is going on over here. Hold on. Guys, I tuned out for a second because I heard somebody at the door. I had to look at the video. Okay, so understand this. If you don't actually understand and are not given full information, so let's look at it this way. Let's say somebody says, here's a house for you, and they don't tell you that it's built over a septic tank, okay, that could easily collapse in. How can you make how can you make a choice to buy that house correctly, right? If you don't have all the information. So you are using your free will. But you are not using your free will because you don't have all the information. So you're technically being manipulated. You have to have both sides of the story to understand your decision, or you're making a decision based on a lie, which is deception to begin with. And yes, I got kicked off of Facebook for those statues I posted by the Catholic Church, where it's man, boy, NAMBLA, love association, whatever. Okay, so I got kicked off for that. All right, so you have to actually understand the choice you're making. You have to be able to know both sides of it. If you are not given all the information, you are manipulated. If someone does not tell you what it is, you are being manipulated. Yeah, not accountable as children, but yes, as an adult, obviously obviously as an adult. That when you see people's faces changes, that's what they are. Yeah, they don't want any woman. They don't want women. They don't. It's pedophilic. It's beast system. It's about sodomy ritual. They don't like women. We possess more power. We give birth. We have a lot of power. They want, look at, why do you think you have people out there winning races as women who were born men? Not because I care if they're transgender. I have friends that are transgender, drag queens, gay, straight, and all kinds of things, okay? It doesn't matter to me what you are. But if you are actually this society making everybody into a woman, anybody can be a woman. They mock us by dressing men comedians up as women all the fucking time. Stop mocking us. They're jealous. They're jealous. Okay? Yeah, they're jealous. We are able, oh God, the Pope looks like a piece of shit. We are able to actually bring souls through. So we have power to see if we choose to see. The rosary, the way that they have you do the rosary, and in Latin, the wording that it, don't ask me, I don't know what they have you say, but look at it. 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night, 3 times in the afternoon. Multiply it by hundreds of thousands of people all over the world, attaching their energy to a cult, attaching their vibration to a cult, attaching themselves. It's called a binding. They speak in binding. That's what they're doing with the rosary. What the fuck are you praying to the rosary for? What are you holding it between your hands? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, poor Jackie. Poor Jackie. I don't know if an animal can come back as a human or not. But understand what they're doing. They're binding you to their cult. Their cult is their religion. That's what they're doing, okay? Yeah, it's taken me 53 years when I left to recognize my own power. And my power is, I have a lot of power. So, but that's what's going on. So why in this day and age you would put your kids in a Catholic school because you think they're going to get a better education? There's something wrong with your fucking thinking. It is soul binding. They have the whole world doing it. Remember, put 3 people in a room like this, raise the vibration. Put 3 psychics in the room, raise the vibration. Put 3 people of like-minded, raise the vibration. Now multiply it by hundreds of thousands of people. And that's what you have. So yeah, they got their idea. Yeah, I know where they got it from, but still. And you pray to the statue of Jesus, the martyred, bloodied, sacrificed Jesus with the nails and the blood. That seems like a fucking sacrifice. Why are we praying to a fucking sacrifice? Why aren't we praying to a person, right? Why aren't we praying to a person that was alive? Why are we praying to the guy on the cross? Get it? So you see what they're doing? Yes, that's it. There you go. Crazy. Yes, the Latin phrases. There you go. So, like, they don't pray to women. And they want to tell every man that the man can be a woman. But you can't be a fucking woman. You don't have a uterus. And stop, Apple, with your emoji, with your pregnant man emoji. What the fuck is wrong with Apple? What's wrong with Apple? Somebody tell me what's wrong with Apple that they would put a pregnant man emoji up. What the fucking hell is wrong with them? What is wrong with these men? Like, no man can get pregnant. No. Why don't they put a man doing the dishes emoji up? Try that emoji first. He's more apt to do the dishes than he is to get pregnant. I mean, for God's sakes. Well, they can't be happy. But men are fine being men. There are men that are happy being men. However, I'm talking about the beast system wants us women erased and eradicated. Remember, we couldn't even vote till the 1920s, whatever it was. So they wanted to keep us down. We have so much more power. We multitask, we can give birth. That's all I can say is we can give birth. So I love my iPhone. I do too. I love my iPhone too. But why is there a pregnant man emoji? What the hell is that? Yes, women are part of God's plan to bring God's children through, and they don't like it because they want to go in conflict. That's what they want to do. No, they just announced that they did it. Yeah, Bill Gates. I know, right? I wasn't raised Catholic listening to this. Me neither. I wasn't raised Catholic either, but ask yourself, look what they get you to do, and look at the money that they get you to give them. Which it's fine. If you find out about a family in church that needs help doing this and that, go give them your money. Don't give it to the church. The church is fucking boys. What happened with the Catholic Church? The reality of the Catholic Church is that they the archdiocese, the Pope, all of these bitches put these molesting priests into other congregations so that more children could be sexualized, traumatized, and lifelong addicts and suicides and all kinds of things. So that's what they did. That's what they did. So why would we support a church like that? Do you have anybody? Okay, so hold on. Oh, I don't even know who that guy is. I'll have to look that up and see. Let's see. Let me look. I don't like his name, but let me look at his face. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Yeah, that's what they did, just transfer them out. How do you think molesting priests sometimes went into 13 different parishes? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Why wouldn't you prosecute this man from harming a child? Because it's part of what they do. It's part of what they do. They know about the rituals. They're cult members. That's what they do. They even put crosses on these young boys, the ones that have been sexualized, so that the other priests would know who they could fuck. Yes, factual. Go look at the documents. Thousands and thousands of documents. Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't like his face at all. I'm glad that that last name's killing me, Cumberbatch. I can't go there with that. Not his fault. So, okay, Comic-Con, he's a July 19th. Yeah, I don't like anything about his face or anything, so I don't know what to think about that. And they wear their red shoes, and they do sacrifices, and they do all of this praying all throughout the time to bind you to them, right? No, I swear all the time. Kris Jenner founded her own church. Of course she did. Which, by the way, is the same as any religion that we have on earth. These people have founded their own version of that. He's very odd looking. Yeah, he's very odd looking, but when I look at his face, I just don't like his face. So my immediate opinion is I don't like him from that. And if he's famous and he's climbing up the ranks, then of course he's gonna, if he's got a bunch of movies in play, then that's what he's been doing, okay? That's what he's been doing. Whatever it is to get famous. I mean, definitely. Is there a troll alert on here? Paige, you gave me these glasses for little baby Audrey's birthday party. Paige, you dressed me. It was a 70s theme. So my little Paige, you dressed me for that. Because that's what happened. I want to see what's under the Vatican. Yeah, but the Vatican puts a fence around it and then yells at Trump for trying to put a fence. Meanwhile, Biden has all of them living off of our taxes, but has a fence around his house. So yeah, that's what we should know about that. We should know that these people do not have our, best interests at heart in any way whatsoever. They just don't. They just don't. Okay, so yeah. Oh my God. I just read somebody's comment. Her fiance, I'm just reading here on Facebook. Oh my God, that's horrible. So one of the comments was that her fiance's been gone 15 years and nobody has asked her out. What the fuck is wrong with that? Like what? Yeah, women end up alone. Men end up with other caretakers. Yeah, exactly. So his face is perfect blend of theirs. Yeah, I don't like his face. I'm just telling you, I don't care what he looks like. I run strictly on instinct. I look at your picture, I look at your eyes, I either like it or I don't. So if I don't like it, I don't look at you anymore. That's an energetic thing. They refuse. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Where are you really right now, Joe Biden? Yeah. So we have an old white guy in office with another old white guy that was in office that's going to run again with a bunch of old white men telling us what to do. Well, as soon as one of those old white men can spread their legs, push a child out, I may listen to them. However, Joe Biden, mental patient, our borders are wide open. So the fentanyl is coming from China. It's a concerted effort to kill young men coming through South America, but Central America into Nicaragua, all in that way, coming through our border, being dropped off on our streets by the cartels, and Biden loves it. He wants your child, especially your male children, dead, period. He wants your male children dead. But I heard today he was going to He had the cure for cancer. This bitch had the cure for cancer. What do you want to make a bet? It's a booster shot. It's got to be a booster shot. Anyway, that's what he's doing. And it's awful. It's awful what they're doing. I know we're on native land. I don't dispute that. But my point is, the cartel is coming through the border. And since the native land has been designated American land, even though they stole it, not disagreeing with you, there are borders. Try as an American to get into Canada. You're not going to get into Canada. So we need to shut the border down from the fentanyl coming in. It's in your kids' weeds. It's in weed. It's in cocaine. It's in heroin. It's in all of those things. It's 70 times, 80 times stronger than heroin, and your kids will die from it. So if you sit there and defend it to me, then I guess when your kid dies of an overdose, don't be boo-hooing because you're letting it come in through the border and none of us are stopping it. None of it. None of us. None of us. I should be ashamed. I don't know anything about that Miss America. I don't watch that crap, okay? But I'm pretty sure it was a sacrifice. She doesn't look like she would have killed herself. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. Biden has black eyes and he was wearing a diaper and there's just nothing I can say about it. Yes, okay, yeah, but he's worried about the Ukraine. Yes, he's worried about the Ukraine because there's something in it for him in the Ukraine. What is it? Oh my God, is it poppy plants and heroin? What drug is he pushing from the Ukraine? And what is little Hunter, piss poor, retarded, fang-wearing, fuck him up the Asian ass Biden Jr. doing? What's that guy doing? Oh my God, I'm going to get booted off for that for sure. But what is that guy? What is he doing? What is that guy doing, right? And people got to know your kids are being killed. I don't care if your fucking kid does drugs. I don't care if my kid does drugs. You don't know what's in those drugs. For the first time in the history, we are 100% not knowing what they're selling, okay? They're not knowing what we're selling. Weed in your backyard is weed. Probably not going to get in trouble for that. All of that. But that's what's happening. People are dying of fentanyl left, right, and center. And then thanks to Bobby. Okay, so Bobby and I are working obviously on Keith's case, which I'm so grateful for. And for everybody, Elizabeth and her husband and everybody that has truly helped. See, your son died of fentanyl. There you go. And your son should not have to die of that. He should just have an overdose like everybody else and not die from it. You know what I'm saying? Lithium mines. There you go. Something in the Ukraine that they want. Okay, so anyway, where Keith died on that street, we have a bitch witness who's a fucking bitch of a witness, okay? Someone who spent a lot of time in jail, is a drug addict and a drug procurer and just a pile of shit, who wouldn't give us the camera tape that he acknowledged having because he was protecting his own rights on so many different levels, whatever the hell that means. Anyway, on that street, there are 2 rehabs, all right? So these rehabs, one of them is run by a mental patient who literally lets people in and out of the rehab, takes the money, and there was no furniture there. Like when I showed up on the first time to go, yeah, am I freezing? When I showed up on the first time to go ask if anybody had seen what happened to Keith, one of the people in there told me that it was a hit and run. One of the people in there, in the second rehab, and there was no furniture. He was just sitting on a wheelchair. There was no food. There was no kitchen. There was nobody. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on in here? Anyway, so we're talking about it. And Bobby says, watch this movie. And I did watch it. And it's called Body Broker. This is what the fuck is going on. Okay. This is what's going on. Watch the movie Body Broker. So they get the rehabs and it's big business for your kids to be addicted. And you will do anything to stop your kid from being on fentanyl. Any fucking thing. Wait, it must be attacking. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Anyhow, I don't even understand what that meant. But they want your kid on fentanyl. They want your kids on drugs. You will do anything to stop your child from dying on drugs, okay? You will do anything. So you will get insurance, or you have insurance, or you will get, yes, you know Devonshire. That's what I'm saying. But one of them even hid his camera from us. He had the fucking camera of my son going by. He preferred just to call my son a bunch of names and me names rather than give the camera. And he did a beautiful rendition of when Keith was lying on the ground, bleeding out, talking about how much blood was on the ground around my dead son and what my dead son body looked like with a big smile on his face. Yeah, that fucker running a rehab. Anyway, that fucker running a rehab. Oh, I know his name. I know their names. Of course I know their names. And I watch everything they do. So this is a straight up shout out. Oh, he was definitely a demon because he's done so many drugs and he just kept smiling. And then he said, well, he made a comment. Anyway, I'm not going to say the comment because I'm not going to out who he is exactly, but he'll know by the comment, but he's whatever. Okay, so anyhow, in this movie, Body Brokers, what they do, yeah, he said that to me about 12 hours after my son died with a big smile on his face like this. Yeah, and I actually was so numb, but in my head, I was thinking of shooting him right between the eye, and I said, I will come back for you one day, and I will fuck you up. Game on. So I will fuck you up for the way you handled it, whether you had anything to do with it or not. Yeah, that's what will happen. So that's what the fuck will happen. That's what will happen. And so I said that at the police station too, when the cops refused to do something about it. So the cop goes, you should be careful. I go, well, I'm giving you the first chance to deal with it. But since you don't deal with it, then I'll do what the fuck I want to do and I'll take my consequences too. So no, the cops are not investigating it. The cops are chaos causers, okay? So I've proven their statements to be wrong. They did investigate it. They don't give a shit because he's 24 years old. They'd rather blame it on Keith. But their witness, no, it is unbelievable, but their witness statement over here says one thing and the cop reported something over here. So understand this. I have, oh God, now I'm switching the subject. I'll go back to the movie in a section. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I don't even know. No, I didn't punch him in the face. I'll get him in a different way. I will get him in a different way. So you better be squeaky clean in your life or I will get you the fuck in a different way. I will get you in a different way. You can come kill me. I don't care. You're going to go down though. You will go down because you are such a dick. Anyhow, long story short, I watched this movie, Body Brokers. Now imagine your kid's on, yes, he runs a rehab. He spent 24 years in jail. Yes. And he mocks my son, saying my son was showing off. But I have video of my son 1 second before that guy's video. Okay, I have this guy's video 1 second before he went off the road. Oddly enough, in front of this fucker's house. Oddly enough, this guy knows my son wasn't showing off, okay? He knows it. He was standing out there. He knows it. He fucking knows it. Okay, anyway, don't get me started. Don't get me started. But since he is a criminal on so many various levels, and since the people that work for him are arrested for fentanyl and guns and all kinds of shit, he's still in the criminal game. Now, point in case, so is the guy next door to him. They're two separate people. Point in case, watch the movie, and I think I had to pay $3 for it or $4 or whatever. What? Yes, of course. They all threaten me. Yes, they threaten me and they mock my son. So it's really nice to be mocked. And I have family members that kind of agree with it. They blame Keith. And I'm like, it wasn't Keith's fault. I'm not going to say it again. I'm just going to fucking prove it, which is what I'm doing, which with Bobby's help is what we have done. We have gotten witness statements that prove what these fuckers and anyway, so that's it. That's what it is. Oh yeah, I know what they are. And they're fucking chaos causers. Some of the cops are chaos causers by mentioning what was in my son's system, but not active in his system. So remember, when you smoke weed, yeah, I know, baby, it is chilling. It's true. Yes, watch that shit. I watched it. I was like, oh my God. Understand that if you smoke weed and get in a car accident, the police have an easy way out. Boom. Your son in the coroner's report had delta something residue of this drug in his system. So I got the coroner to record what was in Keith's system and that it wasn't active at the time. So you can't really say he would, yeah, you have weed. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But the cop said, do you know what your son was on? Yes, you stupid motherfucker. I had the coroner, AKA a doctor, you stupid fuck, tell me what was in my son's system and that it was not active and he was not high at the time of his death. Asshole. That's the cops saying that, trying to distract me with shame. But you're not going to distract me. You're not going to distract me with shame. Okay. You will not distract me with any kind of shame when you say that shit, because I know what was in my son's system and I had the coroner document it to prove it. Okay. So when you say that to me, fucker, you're not talking. You're trying to guilt me or shame me, but I'm not guilted or shamed, even if my son was on something. Oh no, they try to do it. They don't want to investigate it. And the first cop, when I got there, told me my son was going 130. The second cop, who I am still in the process of dealing with, wrote down to the coroner, because the coroner just takes the fucking report, that Keith was going 100 plus miles an hour. Now keep in mind, I have the fucking video. I have the fucking video, okay? So we had the video analyzed and slowed down. Keith was speeding, but he wasn't going over 60. So he was right in tandem with the cars behind him. They were right there. So the cops wrote that down, and it's a bone of contention to make somebody die, make somebody when they die look guilty so they don't have to deal with it. So never believe what's on those reports. I know that from the coroner's report. My son did not have brown eyes and he was not 5'9". Those are two things that are on the coroner's report. Keith was 6'4" and blue-eyed. For the love of Christ, okay? So there's all kinds of different things. Anyway, getting back to body brokers. So you have a son that's on fentanyl, and you want your son to be off of fentanyl because everybody's dying on fentanyl. So this is logical. You want your son off cocaine, you want your son off meth, your son or daughter. So they send them to a rehab, right? The rehab gets money from your insurance, or they just cause chaos and kill random people because that's the beast system. That's exactly right. And they just love to cause chaos because they're Satanists. So this rehab owner is a fucking Satanist. He alleges his pledges of allegiance is to Satan. Is to Satan. He's not of God, okay? Clearly. Anyhow, when you go into the rehab, so let's say they get 20 grand a month for you or whatever it is, all right? One of my clients on here was, their family was paying $55,000 a month, and she wasn't high, but they were locking her in there for the money. So then these people get sober in 30 days, right? Get sober. So then they introduce these people to the idea that they can make money by bringing their junkie friends in, and the junkie friends just have to literally, stay sober for 60 days. They get a cut, and it goes on and on and on. So when your kid overdoses, like one of our witnesses, we had a witness that overdosed on fentanyl. When your kid overdoses, they're like, we tried really hard. They're not trying. They don't give a shit. Okay? They don't. There's the odd one that does. But they're in it for the prostitution of the kids and to bring more kids in. Just go watch that movie and watch how it is. Yeah, it's an instant OD. It's disgusting and your heart stops. I carry the Narcan in my purse now, just in case anybody I run into, I carry it. In fact, John said the other night, he goes, you don't use nasal spray. I'm like, it's Narcan for ODs in case I run across it. I cannot tell you how many people I know whose children and relatives, brothers have died of fentanyl. And one of them right outside of the rehab and in the car. They took the body out of the house, put it in the car, and then denied any accountability of the death while he was sitting in the rental car because they put him in there after he was dead, which is what they did. That's what I picked up psychically. Her little brother died like that. It's awful. Awful. Yeah, no, methadone doesn't help. Methadone is another drug. Hello. It's terrible. So heroin, methadone, but they're putting the fentanyl, body brokers, honest to God, watch it. It's not like the most intelligent movie, but it gets the point across, and it gets it across extremely well. The sober houses, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Drew does have stories. I had a client that was running down the freeway away from Drew's house. But see, where Dr. Drew and I disagree, we disagree because he's a doctor, a medical doctor, of which I have no skill. So he's looking at addiction. He does look at it spiritually too. I will give him that. But he's looking at it from the point of view of the brain is damaged and that it's biologically DNA set into your DNA. No. I believe you have to release your trauma. I believe that it's trauma. Suboxone, yeah, Suboxone fucks you up too. I literally believe it's trauma based from your childhood and that you're trying to get rid of trauma and therefore develop an addiction. I don't believe it's wired into your DNA, but then again, I'm not a fucking scientist. And I had this argument with my dad when I was a kid and I was 12, and the doctor told me that I should forgive my dad because he had the disease of alcoholism, to which I replied, that is just a fucking blatant lie. And I, of course, got in a bunch of trouble. Anyway, not the point. The point is, I believe that the trauma causes the need to tune out, and the need to tune out becomes an addiction. So if you address the trauma, you will address the reaction to the trauma. They got it wrong. It's trauma. They've got it wrong. So that's what it is. I believe that it's trauma. So that's exactly, it's the core of it. You have to speak your trauma. And I'm grateful, you guys. Oh, that's funny. No, Drew's pretty open. I like him. I mean, he's pretty good. I don't know how he is in his work. I haven't been in there, but what I'm saying is he entertains the psychic or spiritual component to it as well. I don't know if that's how his detox centers work. I don't know that. I don't know it. I mean, I don't know it for sure, but I do know Drew. So I appreciate his perspective. And he is a doctor. I have no qualifications and no education. However, I do know that if you are traumatized in childhood, you will probably become an addict until you speak your trauma. Okay. So I speak my trauma, and I'm so lucky to be able to speak it here, because it would have been really easy for me to get high and drunk after Keith died, but I wasn't allowed the luxury because everybody else in the family was fucking high and drunk. I wasn't allowed the luxury of doing that. So I had to man up to take care of Keith. And that's the truth. Everybody else boo-hooing and crying and getting drunk and high and, but not lifting a fucking finger to actually deal with the issues at hand, and still not lifting a fucking finger. You know what I mean? Except a few times. But anyway, so I don't believe it's hereditary. I don't believe it's hereditary. I don't think you're going to have an addiction if you don't have a trauma. So that's what I'm saying to you. I don't believe that it's structured in your DNA. We all have the propensity to overindulge in sex and money, in drugs and gambling and, whatever it is we like, right? So we all have, John's a fucking addict from trauma, but he won't acknowledge it. He drinks. I've never known him not to drink. So what are you drinking your whole life for? What are you doing that? That's okay. I call him an alcoholic. We argue because he doesn't think that he's a homeless alcoholic. And therefore he works. So therefore he's not an alcoholic. But I say he's an alcoholic. So we're going to disagree on that. And I say it publicly. I scream it at him in public. So there's that. I don't think depression is inherited. No. I think behavior is modified in childhood through a trauma that you observed, and you identify with one parent or another. And I can tell you, in our house, nobody identified with me. I was sober. I didn't do drugs. I exercised every day, and I ate well, and I worked every day, and I tried not to partake in those things. Now, my kids got the eating right, and they got the exercising every day. But the rest of the shit that they did not take the reference from me being sober. In fact, the whole house thought I was crazy for being sober, because the other side of the family is okay with the addiction part of it because it benefits them. So if you have one parent that's okay with an addiction and one parent who isn't, really the problem becomes the person who stays in the trauma bond through the addiction of the marriage for their children. The person should actually leave if they're sober. Honestly, they should leave. Yeah, I think it is trauma. I do. And I don't think depression is a low vibration. It's an energy. Obviously, your hormones can go off balance and something in your brain can happen and you can have you can have depression. But I don't think it's inherited. I think the vibration is inherited, which goes to the spiritual again. Okay. That's what I think it is. But I'm not a doctor and I have no education. So please don't listen to me. Yeah, well, your life can go downhill, but to get out of depression, trust me, after Keith died, I could barely crawl out of bed, okay? I literally could not get out of my bed. I would have gone to the bathroom in my bed if I just didn't want to clean the sheets after or deal with the smell. I could not get out of my bed. I was completely blown in half when that happened. So when that happens, if that's not depression, I don't know what is. But what I can tell you is I had to step out of my comfort zone of depression and focus outside of that. That's all I can tell you. I had to step out of it. And that was pure, sheer willpower to find the fucker that ran my son off the road or what happened to my son. That's what that was. That's how I chose to handle it. So, no, I haven't. I felt Keith at the house the other day, but you have to exercise. I only didn't exercise for a month, but the truth is I was exercising because I kept walking by all of those rehab houses and all that, looking for what happened to Keith. So that was exercise because I was gone like 12 hours. Okay. No, I still have not found them. I've not given up and we're going into court. So that should tell you. I have a lawyer. We are suing. We are doing that. That is what we are doing. But exercise is key. Exercise is key. Walking is key. And it's very easy, okay? It's very easy to be broken after a child dies or after your uncle dies or after a parent dies. Very fucking easy to go to drugs and alcohol. But that's not what Keith needed. And Keith has gone through a dimension. Keith needed someone to speak up for him. That's what I felt. So yeah, that fucker wouldn't give me the footage because he was too busy trafficking whatever out of the front of his house. Or he knew what car turned out of the house or was trying to turn in and then did a U-turn in front of his house. He's a fucking asshole. And they know it. They just want to blame Keith. So, okay, go ahead and do it. We'll see what happens to you. So there you go. And it's not about being strong. It's about taking responsibility, because when you're an addict, you're not taking responsibility. You're putting your responsibility onto other people. And how can you do that when someone dies in your family that everybody loves? You cannot put that responsibility onto other people. You have to take care of your own shit yourself. But see, alcoholics believe that they can be drunk all the time and fucking torture you. I thought I saw something right there. And torture you with their sadness and their depression, and that it's okay for them to do it, making them very narcissistic in their addiction. And when you're narcissistic in your addiction because you're addicted because of your own trauma and your own bullshit, then you let the entities into you and they start speaking for you. And that's how it goes. So that's what I believe is the problem. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure he would say, yeah, we've tried everything. Exactly. We have tried everything. We have tried everything. Yeah, I speak my trauma all the time. I speak my trauma, right? So Bobby brought a lot of the witnesses forward. Thank God. Thank God she stepped up to help. She didn't have to step up and help. Everybody that helped here didn't have to step up to help or listen or whatever. Yeah, addiction is very self-serving. It must be nice to tune out when somebody dies, like your child, and boo-hoo and cry all over the place and be too weak and too whatever to do fucking anything because you're sad. How does a mother get to do that? Does a mother get to do that? No, mother doesn't get to do that. We don't get to do that. We do not get to do that. We don't get to do that. You know, there you go. So we do not get to do it. It's a real problem. I like running shoes. Yeah. Adults being verbally and physically. Yeah. They get away with it. I really loved being told after my son died that he hated me, never liked me, should have heard how he spoke about me, all because I left his father, all because I took the kitchen table. I really loved hearing that on a drunk tirade. That was the most fun I had hours after my son died. That was fucking fantastic. And nobody putting their arms around me to help me in my entire house. Not one person picking me up or hugging me and saying, literally hugging me, I'm sorry your son died. Just like what I heard was, who's going to bring my dinner to me? That's what I heard. And I don't fucking care who brings your fucking dinner to you. You fucking asshole. Anyway, that's what I heard. And yeah, I've got to let go of it, but sometimes it comes out of my mouth. Yeah, nobody, Jason at the crime scene where Keith was on the ground, Jason was holding me up and my friends were holding me up and Jason was there. So we were the ones there, but not once did his father give me a hug and say, I'm sorry that our son died. No. And he also went bananas after the funeral saying that It was all wrong because they didn't mention what he did for Keith. Well, you didn't show up to talk to the preacher. You put that on me. You put that on me. You made me do it. You didn't show up there. And thank God for fucking Deanna, because every time this son of a bitch wouldn't show up to do something, I would call Deanna and go, this fucker won't show up. She documented everything because I was so mind fucked in my head that I had no fucking idea if I said it or didn't say it. So, yeah. So when someone dies in your family, be very, very fucking careful who you let know you're vulnerable. So I did not have any kind of a chance to fucking break down or cry or anything, you know? Not to mention the robbing of Keith's money out of his room, which I spew too much on here. And it's a retrograde, so I probably should shut up as it goes forward. So my son's room was robbed by other family members. The money given to his father, who then told me, you're not entitled to the money because he lived with me. Yeah, that was said to me. So he did end up giving me $2,000 for part of the funeral expenses, but he wasn't going to tell me if Keith's friends didn't tell me that the room got robbed and the money that Keith was saving was taken out of there. And he literally said, Keith lived with me. Well, Keith lived with you for 6 months out of the 24 years where I wasn't there because I had to leave because I couldn't listen to the mouth conversation while you were drunk. Yes, exactly. Fucking exactly. Anyway, I don't know why I'm spewing it. I have obviously not forgiven him, but I have dealt with it and I'm trying to, yeah. Well, I'm not going to not do it. Deanna literally kept every piece of information that I told her because I would have to call her and say, I did tell you this, right? Because I would tell her at the exact, karma's not a bitch here though. I'm not going to be here to see the karma. And maybe I deserved it. I don't know. Maybe I should have stayed married. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the kitchen table. By the way, I fucking asked Keith, can I take the kitchen table? Because this kitchen table is the kitchen table that I read for and that my kids ate on. It's the only piece of furniture I took out of the house. I do buy everything else new. So having said that, that's what I did. But anyway, yeah, that was what happened. I don't know what made me just say that again. I just opened my big fat mouth. But anyway, that was my experience after my son's death. So after my son's death, I learned how to just continue to do for Keith and to continue to do things, right? Yeah, I think you might be right, Mindy, about that. So anyway, Keith could have bought another table with the amount of money he had in his room, but John liked to say that I took their table and Keith couldn't forgive me because I'm sure he gives a shit about the fucking table. Anyway, any of them in that house could have done that. And so there, yeah, it was very, very traumatizing for me. It was probably the most fucking, yeah, it was probably the most traumatizing. I was so broken and so fucked up, literally smacked in the head, broken, as he was, as Jason was, okay? But I just could not fucking believe, like when it was being said to me, I literally stepped outside of my body and yeah, it was very interesting. Then we had another family member show up to the funeral and boo-hoo and cry and hand her phone number out to Keith's friends because she wanted to get to know them now. This grown-ass fucking woman running around trying to pick up Keith's friends. I mean, get to know them after their brother's death, even though she didn't really know. Oh, I mentioned who it was. You get what I'm saying. Anyhow, all of that aside. So, oh yeah, no, I was blamed for everything to do with Keith. Yes, everything. He didn't like me. He never liked me. He thought I was evil. He was mad at me for taking the kitchen table. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that after I left? He helped me move the kitchen table in here. Yes, I still go to dinner with him. Exactly. Yes, that's right. It's okay. He's not the same right now. Is my ex disabled? No. In the head, maybe. No, it's okay now. He's decent now because I've called him on everything. So it's decent, but it was completely fucking traumatic for me, right? Let's see. Wait, who said I was born in December? It was completely fucking traumatic. It's just wrong. Aw, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. I'm not even saying it for other reasons. I've heard worse stories on funerals. I've heard worse stories, like just worse stories. Um, the house is such a mess. Okay, so there's the table. Look, you can see. It's just a wood table. It has a piece there. It's a table. It's a shabby chic little table. It's not little. It would seat like 12 people or whatever when the board thing goes in the middle. But it was like the only piece of furniture I had in here. I didn't have anything else. So it was really interesting to observe what happened after Keith died and to actually and to listen to it and to listen to the shit, just to listen to it. I was like literally blown the fuck away, blown away by it. And I just realized at that moment that I made a huge mistake. I didn't go to my grant because there you go. There you go. Ren, the same thing. Terrible. It's just terrible. Yeah, it's just, there's my stomach growling. Yeah, it was actually mind blowing. And it was a very interesting lesson that you can have children with a person who does not care and only cares about their own fucking thing. Did your friends keep from No, nobody did. Everybody was really nice and polite to John because his son died. So and that's fine. I understand it. I behave accordingly to how my son would want me to behave towards his father. He loved his father. So that's what he does. Yeah, they did think I was shit, though. I wonder what they were told. I heard they were told that I left for another man. Not fucking true. I heard that they told that. And now everything that I said and some that I recorded, it's like, oh no, you told me he said that. You told me he said that. No, fucker, I didn't tell you he said that. I had actually a nervous breakdown after that. I'm surprised I didn't fucking come unglued. I literally had a fucking breakdown after that. I could hardly speak. When I tell you I could hardly get out of bed, I could hardly get out of bed. No, nobody ever apologized. No, I'm to cause the fault. I left him. Why would I leave him? Of course, because it was so much fucking fun. Because it was so much fucking fun. Yeah, wait, no, his painting moved. Did it? I don't know if it did, Bobby. Maybe the paintings moved. I haven't been over there, but Mew Mew runs up there. Yes, anyway, so yeah, it was very, very hard. Yeah, I had to get away. That's what happened. That's actually what happened. So I wanted to stay, women, I wanted to stay for my children because I thought that my children would not, I didn't have the money when you don't have money and you have kids and you're going to be on your own, it's harder. Like I didn't think I could do that. And I didn't think that the kids would like me so much, without their dad. I didn't really know how to do that. So I stayed. And that was a problem. So if there's something you disagree with, and I'm not saying it's all his problem. My problem to my kids was I raised them in that environment. So there's no excuse for I did eat dinner in my car for a good 5 years before I left. I did. I couldn't listen to all three of them because, it was like, I hate mom breakdown session kind of thing. But anyway, that happens in a lot of houses. And sometimes you have to, I don't know. I did have a temper, don't get me wrong. And I would say crazy ass shit at times. But yeah, I sat there. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard thing when you have someone die. But what I'm saying is it must be nice for people to be able to go out and get high and drunk and just avoid funerals and shit and avoid stuff by being fucked up drunk and shit. Must be really nice. I mean, it must really be nice. And then to traumatize the rest of your family with your shitty ass drug behavior and your narcissistic bullshit must be super fucking nice too. Yeah, there you go. 2021. Yeah, I'm waiting for the divorce. He wants to drag me through court because he doesn't feel that I deserve anything. So yeah, I had to hire a lawyer. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes because he paid the mortgage. I did nothing. I tell you. I didn't do as much as he did, I guess. Except I birthed 2 children. But whatever, anybody can do that, right? Anyway, not the point. I just went on a rant. I'm going to have to erase this video. I'm going to have to erase it. Okay? Yeah, no, it was really. Oh, see, you got yours. What yours was finalized 1/6/2022. That's great. Yeah, once I'm freed, it'll be okay. I just don't look forward to fighting somebody in court because when you have to fight them in court, that's a lot of money for no reason, and they're going to make you look stupid. I don't know why. See, here's the problem, ladies. This, I believe, is a huge problem. Okay, this is a huge problem. Here is a huge problem. When you are a younger woman and you marry an older man, they're going to think that you're a gold digger or a whore because you stayed with a man that was older. So they're going to think you're abusive to him because you chose to leave him later in life when he was older. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yes, I am. So they're going to assume that. That's what they're going to do. So, yeah, that's what they're going to assume. I feel, because that's what I've been told the whole time. So I feel like it's that, so yeah. No, she wasn't ever. So, yeah, it was interesting. We went to the doctor the other day, me and the ex, and so we're having dinner. And here's what he says at dinner. He says, "What do you think that doctor thought?" And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, do you think the doctor thought that you had plastic surgery?" He literally says this at dinner. I'm like, "Why would a doctor you're talking to that I'm taking fucking notes from ask? Why would you ask if the doctor thought I had plastic surgery? Like, are you talking about my fucking face? What are you talking about? I haven't touched my face, you idiot." That's what he says, that kind of fucking things. No, they always think the other women are gold diggers. So, yeah, that's what he says. "Do you think the doctor thought you had plastic surgery?" I go, "I don't know. Do you think the doctor thought you had plastic surgery?" I mean, I don't fucking know what to say to you. But, yeah, well, he tried to. I don't care. I just mentioned that the women in his family have nose jobs and eye lifts and their lips pumped up, and that my face does not have any plastic surgery. So I was clothed. So I'm sure the doctor did not think I had plastic surgery on my face because I was under a bright light with him paying attention to his shit. And yeah. hmm That's the shit he says. He literally fucking says that to me. No, he wants alimony from me. So, that's a woman's world. So there's that. Yeah. So he says that shit. "Do you think the doctor thought you had plastic surgery?" Why would the fucking cancer doctor think I had plastic surgery? Why would it go in his fucking head? Why? I ask you. Why? Yeah, like what the fuck? No, these are my eyes. I look exactly the fucking same as I did. So, but his own offspring have fixed their nose, done their boobs, lifted their eyes, pumped their lips up, and he's talking to me. I said, "Go talk to your family member about the plastic surgery, you idiot." That shit pisses me off. So, it's ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous. Yes, the doctor thought that. Uh-huh. Nah. No, but you don't understand. The doctor was not looking at me. He introduced himself while I took note of what he was saying. That's all. Yeah, I have fake boobs, you idiot. Here they are. I mean, for that matter, so does every woman in your family have fake boobs that around you. Your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend, your daughter, they all got fake boobs. So why don't you, what the fuck? Oh my fucking God, right? Old at all and thinks that, oh my God, that's funny. That, yes, he does have cancer. He's got several cancers. Face cancers. Don't go out in the sun and don't go in the tanning beds. Anyway, I don't know what that is. I'm so confused by that kind of conversation. No, I had to get a lawyer because he was threatening me with not responding and he was taking it to court anyway. I'm like, yeah, why don't you tell the judge the way you fucking talk to me in court? And oh my God. No, doctor didn't care anything. The doctor was looking at the job at hand. The doctor was being professional. The doctor, yeah, no, I'm not a gold digger, but that's what they will do. When they see the two of us together, they will make a judgment. You can't help but make a judgment. You can't help but make a judgment. Because when people have that vast an age difference at this age, it looks like I'm a predator. It looks like I'm a predator. I've recorded him. but it's not admissible in court. It doesn't matter what you record. It's not admissible in court. Mm. He'll ask the judge, oh, he already brought up the plastic surgery in the court papers. She spent money on her boobs. No, I don't think he ever did love it. No, he didn't respect me. You're not going to respect a stripper. I didn't know that, though. I didn't know that you wouldn't know. He told me not to tell people I was a stripper. So you know me, my big mouth. I'm like, look at my boobs, like that. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's what happened. But no, he didn't respect me. And he arranged it so nobody else in the family respected me either, I believe. Or I caused it myself, one or the other. And I could be responsible for it because I fought that man tooth and nail. So, yeah. I'm hoping, yeah, short bald ballet dancer. Oh God. Anyhow, that's what happened. Yeah, no, I know it's about money. He wants alimony. That's what he said to me. I want my alimony. And I'm like, I'm already paying bills at your house. So yeah, I'm already still paying bills. I'm still paying. He has a brand new iPhone. He has a computer. His car insurance and his phone bill are paid. And I pay for his dinner. So I don't know what else you want from me. But, it's not enough. It's true thing. It's not enough. It's not enough. I know it's not enough. No, he wants alimony. He feels he wants alimony. What do you do when a man says that? I don't know what to do. I'm just like, I'm not saying you don't. I shouldn't even be saying this. I shouldn't be saying this. He wants fucking alimony. But I think in divorce, maybe he can get a little bit more because he was older. So, okay, take more. But I cannot pay you alimony. So we're going to have to liquidate everything. You're going to get paid off the top because I can't do that every month. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't. No, really. Yeah. Yeah, tell John he's too worldly to take alimony. Yes, that was another comment. I was more worldly than him. No, but he threatened me with the lawyer. So the lawyer, like I had to respond within 30 days, okay? Like I had to respond. So yeah, no, I'm not going to cut him off. I'm just going to point out the money I've been paying. No, it's a male judge, and the male judge already scolded us once because I didn't fill the paperwork out the first time correctly. He told me to go home and settle it. And so this judge, I don't know. Maybe we'll be lucky. Maybe we'll be lucky. I think he is the gold digger, but I just pay because that's who I am. That's how I'm just that way. I'm not going to argue over money with anybody. I'm not going to do that. He's paid for dinners, but I'm not going to do that. No, we're going to split everything. I'm waiting. I hired the lawyer. We all know this. Now I'm waiting for them to work. No, nobody thinks I had plastic surgery in my face. Trust me. Yeah, that's it. He feels entitled because he took me in. If you ask him how we got married, he took me in. So I'm grateful that he took me in. Oh my God. I think it should be 50-50. He deserves a bit more because he was older and he had a life before me. So, okay, you can have more. I don't care about that. I don't know how it's going to go out. I have no idea how it's going to work. So, yeah. No, I was a stray cat. No one in my family, I can't even. Yeah, I was a stray cat. Go through the veil, just saying. Yeah, he might. Keith was down at the house. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's broke because he spent a lifetime because I took his money for my plastic surgery on my breasts. You know how that goes. No, he has all that insurance or whatever. Yeah, he is a hero. He took me in. God forbid. Yeah. He gave you, well, he says he gave me his best years. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he is or not. I have no idea. I have no idea. I never had access to his money. So I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, I had to move out because I couldn't listen to the alcoholic fucking conversation. And I just couldn't listen to it anymore. No, the restaurant, we kind of lost that. I don't know if it did. No, I don't know. To answer, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, he spent a lot on booze. So that should be factored into everything in the cocaine. Yeah, Jason does. Yes, he drank every day. I doubt he was sober. I heard from Jason he was sober for about a month. So I doubt that he was sober. But when I noticed him, he drank at lunch, he drank in the afternoon, he drank. So it's my fault for staying. That's not all. Yes, we should have stock in Budweiser. Yeah. Anyway, I just couldn't listen. If I heard one more time that, whatever, I couldn't listen. I couldn't listen. Yeah, I couldn't listen. No, I wasn't easy. I threatened to kill him. I threatened to fucking kill family members. I would get in a rage. I wake up in the middle of the night. I go downstairs and fucking this one's going to die. That one's going to die. Fucking that one's going to die. So I would lose my mind. My kids heard me lose my fucking mind. Okay. Lose my mind. So I have learned, especially in Keith's death, and it's a very important, just remind the judge he's an I said that he's a fucking alcoholic, and there were years of abuse, just the most gross things, okay, gross things from his family. I was gaslit. You have no, but I still left at age 53. I don't know who else to have dinner with. Nobody else invites me out. So I'm a codependent. So you see, it's 50%. Just because you're in an abusive thing. There are no other men that ask me out. He lives in my neighborhood and there are no men that ask me out. So I have nobody to be with, which is no excuse, but you know what I'm saying. Did Keith's picture move again? It's probably Keith back there. Yeah, no, I've been reading the divorce lawyer. I mean, whatever. What did I learn? I don't believe it's a lesson. I actually believe I was trapped by my own early childhood trauma. So there's not a lesson in every relationship. If you get married and you have children, you have an obligation to stay with your children. So there were points in my marriage, there were times in my marriage where I didn't allow him to drive the children because of the alcohol abuse. So you kind of you don't just get to leave your children and 50-50 it over here. That doesn't make sense to me. So there's that. And I don't believe that everything that happens is a lesson, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I don't believe that. Because sometimes we are in other people's karma, whichever, and I am codependent, yes. Yes, codependent. Yes, exactly. Bobby knows this. There are no memories of love together. There's fighting for years. And my children I love. That's the only thing I ever wanted in my life was my children. But if I would say anything, if you grow up in an alcoholic home where you're completely treated that way, you're probably not going to find a different kind of life because you won't mesh with it because it doesn't make sense to you. Do you know what I'm saying? So the lesson I learned is, well, if there's a lesson, it's my fault for staying, and it's my fault for being married, and it's my fault for not being strong enough to leave. Those are all my fault. And for allowing my children to see me treated that way, also my fault. And for him to allow his children to see us fight that way, also his fault. But yeah, not a good life for my children. They were raised in a war zone, and it was horrific. Horrific. You left at 27 years. Good for you. Yes, his dad was an alcoholic. Exactly. Yeah, it could be an abandonment, listen, but I'm adopted, so I was already abandoned. Yes, definitely a trauma bond. Yeah, definitely. But I will tell you this, you can leave at any time. You could see 6 years is good. You can leave at any time. So if anything, yeah, Bobby's a fantastic friend. 12 years is good. If anything, yes, I'm legally separated. No, I'm not responsible for his bills right now. Absolutely not. But out of a kindness, because my son died and his son died, I will treat him the way that I'm supposed to treat him now because I did not. So I'm paying penance in my mind because of that. I have no idea if he was handsome or not. I wasn't looking at him for that reason. I couldn't tell you what he looked like or what he didn't. The reason I say that is I listened to him. So, I mean, for me, yes, but is he or isn't he? I have no idea. I didn't do that. But what I did learn is, again, and it's a trauma response. I never needed him. I didn't need anything about him. I had children, okay, with him, which I do need sperm for that. So I did that. And that's my fault. That's my fault. So it's my fault thinking I should have gotten married. That would be the lesson, but I'm fucking way stronger. And you can leave after 33 years, which I did, which I really did. I did. I did. So I left. And it was when my kids were old enough. That's it. Divorce is in the 7th house. Divorce can be in the 7th house. It's usually a transit through the 7th, which it can be Uranus, it can be Saturn. Yeah, 33 years. No, John does not look like my dad, but I'm adopted. I'm adopted. So I don't know what my biological dad looks like. And Tracy's poor son and her ex-husband, the mental patient. I do not know what my bio dad looks like. My adopted dad does not look like John. No. And I'm not going to fuck men who look like my dad. So no. Thanks, Ashley. Ashley, you understand. Ashley, watch that movie. Oh my God. Body Broker. Have you watched that? It pertains to your stuff. Yeah, I'm a fighter. Well, I'm a fighter, but I allowed myself to look insane in the marriage. Like I had a hot temper. I did not want drugs around my kids, whereas I can say that my kids thought it was okay to bring drugs. Body broker, body broker, body broker. My kids thought it was okay to bring drugs in the house because I was the only one saying no to it. As long as money was passed around in the house, it was okay for the other people in the house. Yeah, have you watched that, Ashley? Watch that shit. You know it more than anybody. Watch that shit. That's some shit. And by the way, Ashley, you know Christopher Bantham? Malibu, he owned the Malibu Rehabs, Christopher Bantham. Check that name out if you don't. But anyway, yeah, they do drive you crazy. But yes, you do because you're in Malibu. Yes, fucking yes. Hello, dude that owned the rehabs where Keith died too, right? So just, oh my fucking God. Yes, I was always close to my son's girlfriends. I love my son's girlfriends. They're my friends. And John does not like that. He does not want me. It's always an argument. He does not want me talking to them because they're always at fault. You know how that goes. So, oh my God, I love Paige. I love Paige and I love McKenna and I love Lila. And I would be friends with my son's girlfriends because my sons love them. So when my boys love them, I'm going to love them regardless of what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. Like, I know they're going to fight. I know my sons can be, whatever and whatever, but I loved Paige. Paige would come and sit in the bed with me and talk to me. I love Paige. I'm going to embrace their family. I'm going to embrace it because I'm not going to cause a problem for my sons. No, John wasn't a teacher. Oh, you mean in profession? No. I'm not going to do anything to disrupt my son's relationships with their girlfriends because Body Brokers, correct. It was on Prime for me. So I don't know. Ken is back doing makeup right now. So, oh, look who's coming to visit us. Come here. Come here. Oh, look at the scallywag. Are you there? Do you see who's there? Look who's there. Look, she's looking away. She's like, that's not me. She wanted to come over here and cause some trouble. Yeah, she wanted to cause some trouble, right? Anyway, I'm not the kind of woman that would ever cause a problem for my sons in their love life with their girlfriends, because if they love their girlfriends, then that's their choice. That's not my choice. Now, if they had girlfriends that were crazy, I might not like that. That's for sure. There, wait. Yeah, I have to put it like this. But I would never say anything horrible against any of them ever, because you want your kid. Now I'm at this weird angle. You want your kids to, you want to be inclusive of it. You don't want to exclude them, right? So tried to talk shitty about her son to me and get it. Yeah, no, I've never. No. Never would I do that. No, I wouldn't do that. It's for them to figure out. I asked them both to protect themselves if they're fighting or, whatever the problem was. And my Paige, yes, of course, John is in Aries. Yes. My Paige, he's in Aries too. But I love my Pagey, my little Page, truly, and my McKenna, the Pisces, my little McKenna, and my little Rascal, the Gemini. So I love them. I love them all. I'm not going to compete with another woman. I'm not going to do anything like that. But unfortunately, why do you say that? I don't know my effing God. I don't even know what you're saying. Anyway, for the love of God. But I think what you have to do, is if there's an addiction in a marriage, then it's not a marriage. So if there's an addiction in any marriage, it's not a marriage. So it's a hostage taking because someone's an addict and someone's trying to make it right. So what? And I don't know that marriage is planned out beforehand because I think you can have kids with different people. I don't think you have to have them with the person you had them with, unless they have karma with those kids. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think if I hadn't have had kids with John, I would have had kids with someone else. Now, would they be Jason and Keith? I don't know how that works. But yeah, yeah, of course not. So I don't know if it's that. And they love to fucking say, well, did you learn a lesson? Yes, I learned that it was a really bad situation. But when they say that, that's like saying you were held hostage. I'm just going to just give you this twist on that. If you were held hostage in the Holocaust, in a lockdown camp where they were going to take you to the gas chamber, what lesson did you learn from that? I don't think it's a lesson when somebody is a predator and abusive towards you, such as a Holocaust saying, because you're blaming the fucking victim again. I don't think I was, no, but I'm saying, if you're if it was, what lesson did Tina Turner, what lesson did Tina Turner learn? Or did Ike Turner, who I think is an Aries, did Ike Turner see somebody that he could harness energy from and push out there publicly? So which is it? Which lesson is it? And is Tina Turner a victim, or is she to blame because she's the victim and she's, yes, both boys love their father. Very much so, yeah. I don't know how they I don't really know. I mean, I can't really speak to Jason. You'd have to ask him. But yeah, Nicole Brown Simpson, what lesson did she learn? She learned that she had kids with a man that's problem, Yeah, I don't know. And I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they do. I don't know. I feel like marriage is a hostage situation. Unless you want to do it, I don't know. And you can be exploited. People can be exploited for sure. So is there a lesson in the exploitation because somebody is either naive or they are kind or they are creative? And when they fight back, are they do you understand? So we have to stop blaming the lesson, I think. We're blaming the person for the lesson. I think I do. I think it's manipulated. You're not going to no, Nicole Brown didn't learn that, and I'll tell you why. Because she died at the hands of her murderer, so she's going to have to come back and deal with that. So, and do they bind you on the other side? Does anybody consider that? Is there a binding of energy to your partner? Do you know that? Is there a binding of energy? Does this person over here, bind you? Do they bind you on the other side when you cross over? Because, for example, Nicole Brown Simpson's murdered, so does her murderer, aka husband and family members, do they bind themselves to her to force them to work it out? And is that your choice? And are you trying to learn that lesson, or have you been tricked into that lesson? So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. No, that's control. They don't slave. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I've never heard, I've never had such conversations. I used to have to go, I can't even. He would justify these insane conversations. I just can't. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Now, if Nicole Brown Simpson had avoided getting murdered somehow, I don't know how you do that, or had not been murdered, let's put it that way. If she had not been murdered, then that binding may have been separated. But when he murdered her, he put it right back into action again. She's caught. I have no clue who John is. I just saw my kids on his back. Jason, I felt like I knew him. And Keithy, I think, was my child and my parent in a past life. That's what I saw in a vision. But you don't really know. So, I mean, I probably was married to John a lot of times. That's what I'm saying. This time it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Ron Goldman, what's his fucking lesson? Not to date a divorced woman? I mean, is that a fair thing to say? Like, we're so fucked up on this planet. Is that a fair thing to say? I actually heard people say, thank you so much for that, Joyce. It's lawyer money now. Thank you for that. John Canada no, I did not know John in Canada. I did not know him in Canada at all. I knew him. I met John here in the United States. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. Here's what you say. Ron Goldman, what the hell did he have to, what lesson was he learning? He brought glasses back to a woman that he was dating her. They say that she was hanging out with, they say. And I heard, yeah, I think he was younger. I think he was like 21 or whatever. He had no place in that. There's no lesson that he learned in that. Okay. There's no lesson that he learned. None at all. But that's not a lesson. Why should Ron Goldman have to not date someone because fucktard OJ Simpson can't control himself, okay? Why should that be a fucking thing? Why is that a thing? No, he didn't learn a lesson from that. OJ's the one supposed to be learning the fucking lesson. Ron Goldman completely was murdered and assassinated by a psychopath because his wife was not allowed to go on and date anybody because he was in control of her and looked at her as I don't know if they dated. I don't know. I mean, they say they did, or someone says they did, but he did not learn anything from that. He was murdered. And what are you going to say? Well, don't date her. Have any of you dated someone you shouldn't have? Yeah, property. OJ's a fucking asshole. I mean, he's the one that did that. OJ did it. And by the way, OJ had a daughter that drowned, so I guess that's how he got famous, right? And by the way, OJ's father it's a shaming, it's shaming. Yeah, exactly. And by the way, OJ's father was a transgender, and OJ got the shit kicked out of him as a child for that. So, like, honestly, all right. And Nicole's parents, all of Nicole Brown's family, knows that there's no lesson she learned. She did divorce him. What is she supposed to do? Put a fence up around herself? Because his daughter drowned in the pool, was like 3 years old with the first wife. Yeah, the first wife. Of course. That's how he got famous. He's so out of control. So out of control. He was with Bruce Jenner. Okay, what does that mean, he was with Bruce Jenner? Why was he with Bruce Jenner? He was with Bruce Jenner? Oh, you mean killing Nicole Brown? No, I think he was with his son. I don't think he was with Bruce Jenner. But now I'm horrified. I don't know if you meant with sexually or not. But you have to, yes, OJ's son. That's what I got. Oh, sexually. Okay, Sloan's gagging over here. I can't. Bruce Jenner, those are two big men. Yes, OJ is. I used to see him all over town. He'd slow that Mercedes down. This after his wife died. I was on a movie. My first movie here was with Kato Kalin. Almost. And then I got fired for running off with the director. And my son is my deceased brother who died at 17. Oh, that's interesting. See, you guys remember. That's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I'm really glad that I didn't meet OJ because I just think there might have been some fisticuffs in that one. Did someone? No, I think she fell in the pool. I think that's what it was. So yeah, I don't know. Kato is a flake. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. But when people say, what's the lesson? They're putting the blame onto you. There's no lesson. Shit happens on this planet. There can be a lesson. You can, resonate in your head what you learned. And I learned that you shouldn't stay married for your kids or stay in a marriage with an addict because any kind of addict is a fucking problem, okay? Anything on Henry Rollins, that's hilarious. Okay, I haven't thought about him in a while. Yeah, but Margaret, just because they have kids, they can do that. Sometimes people do things and it's not a lesson. They're walking into somebody else's karma. So we have to look at it as karma, as balance, And sometimes you're in other people's circumstances, not just your own. It's not just for you to learn. It's for that person to learn and you're the reflection of that, or it's for you to learn and they're the reflection of it. So you don't really know. No, 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 no. OJ, no. Gay men like OJ, why does he need so many women? Ask yourself what he's hiding from. Yeah, I know. Keithy did tell me that. I'm trying to remember that. That's exactly correct. OJ was a womanizer. Why he be a womanizer with so many people? Why? Why? Because he's trying to let you know he's not, yes, or trying to let you know he's not gay by having tons of fucking women around him, right? So there's so many different women around him. Yeah, Chloe looks exactly like the hair. I don't know. Yes, of course. I believe they are. They're big, tall women. I have no idea. I feel like I'm crazy. Yeah, and that is the rage. That is the rage. The O in OJ means zero. I don't know what that means except zero. Yeah, OJ was pretty bad. He was probably really, I know OJ, really fucked up because his father was a transgender and he got beat up all the time. His father died of AIDS. His father was gay. And I knew that because after Nicole Brown got murdered, I picked that up. Before it was ever put anywhere, I picked that up. So, yeah, that's what I got. That's what I felt on that one. So yeah, anyway, Sloan, I'm watching with my dad. Hi, Dad. Jimmy Hoffa. Oh my God. Yeah, we have to do, where the hell is Jimmy Hoffa? Anybody know? Because this psychic bitch can't pick it up. But I think I do know, but I don't know right now. I actually have to meditate on that. Andy Warhol. Yeah, I'd read anybody that comes to me, of course. Yeah. I don't know if she's transgender or a man. Well, that would make her, yeah, I don't know. If they have their penis, are they transgender or not? Or are they, I don't know. Just don't just stop cutting that stuff off. Yeah, he's in cement. That's what, OJ was terrible. So what's Nicole's lesson in that? When people say, what is Nicole's lesson? Switzerland, Africa, or Swaziland, Africa. Oh, that's so cool. So what is Nicole Brown's lesson in that? I don't think she has a lesson. I think she wanted the man to love her, and I think she just stayed there. They called her a drug dealer, a whore, and a gold digger. I mean, he's the one that fucking beat her up. Even if she is those things, does that give him a right because he's OJ to punch her in the face? Swaziland, yeah. Swaziland, yes. Uganda, there you go. I mean, does that give him a right? Because what, he's precious, he's OJ. He runs around with a football, which, by the way, y'all, by the way, you can see it in the past lives. I know Nicole had a bunch, I forget what sign she was. She might have been a Taurus. She had a lot of Taurus in her chart. OJ was a Cancer, born on July 9th, 1945, I think. And he's just a fucking obnoxious person. But no, I don't believe when people say things happen for a reason, tell that to the mother of a murdered child. Oh, it happened for a reason. Or the one I love most is God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. Really, bitch? Then come jump in my shoes. Shut the fuck up with that, okay? Shut up with that. Because God didn't give this to me. We're on the beast system. That's where people are getting just really confused. We're in the beast system. So yeah, God did give me something I couldn't handle. I cannot handle that my son died. Understand that. But here's my question about the Super Bowl. The football for the head injury, I know. Here's the thing with that. Super Bowl's coming up whenever it is, right? So, see, God doesn't rule down here. God did not kill anybody. People down here killed them, and then we cross over, right? So, what was OJ's moon sign in? Damn it, I got to look up that bastard's chart. Oh, he was a Leo rising. So his little ego got offended, speaking as a Leo. His little ego got offended. What the hell? Oh, Pisces moon. I don't need to look it up. It just popped back. Pisces moon. So, delusional with a Pisces moon in the 8th with Leo rising. Yeah, not good. I don't think she jumped. I think she was pushed. I do not think she jumped. She did not do that. I'm not buying that. People need to stop telling me. that shit happened. Yeah, I heard he's under someone's garage in concrete. Yeah. Anyway, here's what I want to say about the Super Bowl. Here's the thing with the Super Bowl. California, like that Steve Bing guy, he was pushed too. California has the most, literally the most homeless people all over the ground. They're everywhere. They're tented everywhere. So Mayor Garcetti and Gavin Fucktard Newsom, what are you two bitches going to do with all the homeless when people come to California? I think you should leave them right where they are and not clean them up. And I'll tell you why. Because if you can clean them up for the Super Bowl, you can fucking clean them up the rest of the year and stop putting them in the neighborhoods and stop allowing it. Stop. Jesus. So there's that, right? Look, my throat. I heard they're busing them. Of course. So if they can do that, they can do that the rest of the year. But they're not going to. They want us to have to live with it, okay? Which is fine. So be it. We've created a culture full of fentanyl users out on the street. We've created that. All of us, each and every single one of us, by not taking a stand against this government and the opioids and everything that's here. That's the problem. Yeah. So I want to see what they're going to do and how they try to show it. And if they use all our taxpayer money to make the fucking Super Bowl look good, which if you support the Super Bowl, you should be ridiculous because that's a man-made concept. All of those football players are slaves. Instead of being chained and shackled, they're just shackled with a pigskin running around like this. Well, people put all their money and all their time into that. Let go of that. Okay. Greetings and love from New York. Oh, hi, you guys. Exactly. All right, you guys, the Super Bowl, they will bust them back. I know what they're doing. That's what I'm just curious to see the footage of that. I want to see what the fuck lives out there because I drive by it, so I know what's out there. Okay, it's entrapment. They're not giving them $100 million contract without controlling what they do. They will not do that. You will not get money. Oh, Tom Brady. I know. I have to listen to people go, he's in such good shape. Really? Against a 26-year-old? Really? That's fucking awesome because I'm not buying that. You can be super good shape at your age, but you are not in super good shape compared to other people, for God's sakes, that are younger, 20 years younger. Ridiculous. Okay, you guys. Yeah, they took $2 billion for the homeless, and I've never seen so many homeless out there. I am praying for the truckers. I'm so proud of the truckers. Now, if they would just get rid of little Justin Castro with his COVID and move him in a different direction, life would be good. Life would be good. Okay, I really apologize for my private personal rant. Just ignore me. The lesson I learned is it's never too late to have peace in your life and do what you have to do. And it's never too late to treat people the way that they should be treating you in honor of your children either and not be attached to the outcome of it. So that's what I can tell you. But other than that, I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, you guys. I think I talked about everything that I wasn't supposed to talk about. Bye, guys. I am happy. Bye, you guys.